What is?
Why you gotta play that? That's the Winter Soldier soundtrack.
It is.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
It's about to go down!
Oh no!
It's about to go down!
He's up top, right here, on me.
Got him!
Okay, my shots were not hitting those.
Woo, baby! That's 2 bayonet kills that fight. You're back now. Right back here. Yep, see him. Dead. Good shot.
Good.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Hello, guys. Hello, hello! Brendan, I just got raided. I have 1,000 people watching me right now.
1,000?
Yeah, 1,200 viewers.
Oh my god.
Okay, just these 2 people inside.
That is quite significant.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Oh,
out
there
there.
he is.
Front door.
Where the... Oh no.
Oh, front door.
Oh, better!
Oh, there's one more.
Oh, there's another one! No, I'm worse. There goes. Cool 6k damage there.
Oh,
There we
it
go.
is.
Fall down, you dumb bitch. Eat, dragons, eat!
Eat.
Woo! Let's go!
Come here, motherfucker. Boom!
Dropped him!
Holy shit!
Someone want to come finish this?
Oh shit!
One more
Veronica
trip?
coming in!
What? What?
What? What?
No, nuh-uh.
Yes,
Nuh-uh.
dead ass, dead ass, dead ass!
Nuh-uh.
16 total, so yeah, times 3.
I mean, describe your kill. Like, you literally one-hit him.
I just straight up fucking chopped his head off.
That's insane. Twitch.tv/Austinor, 24 hours, bro! I'm so fucking tired. Will you just kill me? Wavelength stream. Okay, we're good now. Okay, so yeah, back to it, as I had it silent that entire time that I was talking. We're working on getting into map tools. We need a port forward. Austin, I can't hear you. I know, I'm sorry, you should really hear me now. I suck. Alright, I'm gonna go to this. So we talked about what items we want for the ending of this. Make sure the music's working too.
Has anyone heard Austin since the session started?
No, fuck you. So what do you guys think? Do we want to get the warning wire and the proximity switch? Thoughts, opinions? Do we think like a trip mine type thing would be useful? The proximity switch Mark II is like over 2,000. It's like 2,050 credits. But the Mark I, which just has a lower chance of going off, is like 50 credits. So like it honestly could be valuable just to take, if you guys have any grenades, like buy one proximity switch per grenade, and then we can just like put a bunch of them down in the area that we think we're going to be fighting in, and just hope that they go off. Oh shit. Hey, Tolman just subscribed. Thank you. Did that notification go off on stream? I think it should have. Thank you. I appreciate it. It did. Okay, good. I swear I know what I'm doing sometimes. Okay. What do you guys think? What are we thinking here?
I don't know.
Okay. Does anybody have an opinion? I know I've talked to Dylan about it.
I mean, having proximity switches would be a good thing to have.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I have any grenades.
Yeah, I
I
have.
think all
Dylan,
the
what do you
grenades that I've had has been like
used?
I've given to other.
Okay,
people
that's fair.
'cause I don't.
I have one grenade Mark II, so I can buy something for that. Dylan, what do you have as far as grenades go?
I have 3 incendiary 3 grenades and or incendiary 2, I believe, and then 1 frag 3. But I'm
Okay.
probably gonna buy more frags.
I was gonna say, if we want to get at least the frag 3 on a proximity Mark II, and then maybe we just buy a bunch of 1s after that for everything else, that might make sense. If you want to do that, does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
Because the
I think
ones
it
have a
makes
lower
Yeah.
percent chance of going off. But
Right.
I mean, if we have a bunch of them, like maybe we can, line them up in a way where maybe one sets off another type of thing or something.
Yeah, if that's how that works.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and buy one myself because it's only 80 credits. And then, how many credits does everyone have? How are we looking on money? Because the Mark II and the warning wire are both about 2,000 credits apiece. So if we could try to split that up between some of us a little bit. I mean, I have 2,182 credits myself, so I can certainly help out with that. How many credits you guys have? Schmitty?
I'm looking up.
Oh, okay. And
I don't have a
Dalton?
lot. Do.
5. I have 5,000.
Oh, 5,000. Okay, cool. Are you planning on buying anything?
Oh,
I mean, I was looking. Maybe like a grenade, because I don't
Okay.
have any.
You might go ahead and just buy that stone too. Like that's, a free. It's not free, but it's like, only 400 credits, and you get a, in that clutch situation where you barely miss your roll, it could come in handy type of thing.
What was that under?
It's under item. And then if you
Okay.
go into endgame, you can see how to spell it, but it's Aeon Stone, Aeon Stone. And then it's the turquoise cube variant. You might buy Dalton, because it seems like the kind of thing that your character have. I think you even had something similar to it at one point. The jammer charge too.
What's that?
It should be under item 2 if you want to look it up. I can just type
All
it
right,
in.
do you want one of you guys want to try connecting again?
Yep, trying now. I'm in. You got it.
I'm in.
Sick. Cool.
Not even God himself can stop us.
I also updated the overlay to have NPC Raoul's image there now, so it's not just Leohan with a X through him. So
Now it doesn't look like we killed him.
yeah, exactly. Cool. Okay. Oh, the jammer charge is only 375 credits.
I've got 12,000 credits.
Holy fuck. Okay, I'm
Love
not
to hear
helping
it.
with anything. You guys could just buy the stuff.
Love to hear it. I have 3,000.
Okay.
My question is, how much does a Kool-Aid jammer cost in this universe?
Oh.
Mm.
Probably foot and a half.
Foot and a half.
Thank you. Okay, so is everybody clear on what they should be buying?
No.
No.
I buy a grenade, chamber charge, and an Aeon stone.
Okay, cool. If you go to the endgame channel or the endgame thread, and at the start of it, I list a bunch of things. You guys can look through those. That Nectar of Flames Glory, if you think that we're going to be fighting anyone with fire damage, is pretty cool. Not super expensive.
Plasma rifles are electricity and fire, so having fire DR I found is very nice for that.
Yeah, there you go. It's probably something that we run into fairly often.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to set up proximity switches for their grenades, you can grab those. The Mark II is more expensive, more likely to go off though, because it has to like roll a check to see if it detects someone nearby. And the Mark II is significantly better than the Mark I. It's just also significantly more expensive. And then I think one person, and maybe just you, Justin, since you have the most money, should buy the Mark I warning wire. I think that would be beneficial to have.
But it's also a socialist idea, so do not get trapped in that.
Gotta be careful.
Leave it to Dylan.
Yeah, just be careful. Just saying.
It's a slope. It's a slippery slope.
Socialists and Starfinder, they'll get you.
This is a social Starfinder game.
Socialist Starfinder.
Oh man, cool. Okay, I think while people continue to look at stuff, I can give a quick overview of what we had when we played. By the way, the last time we played was April 14th,
Jesus.
so it's been quite a while. But so how we started our last session, actually 2 sessions ago, how we ended it, because that's usually how I do it, is when we met King Dregor. So at the start of last session is where we kind of introduce ourselves to him and give him those eggs as an offering. And then we try to get him on our side and have him let us use the place. But he'll only do it if he can defeat us and we have to do a battle. And so that's where Raxnar went in and defeated 6 of his guards in battle, and it was dope. But then King Dregor's assistant comes in and stops the battle. And then he basically says that he is willing to help us. And that what he can do is he can have his guards disable King Dregor's ship when it gets here.
Love it.
So we kind of took that as an awesome thank you, we appreciate it type thing. And now we know that all we have to do, if we want to start it at any point, we just have to give Zeldern, which is Sinjin's cousin, the word, and he'll call Sinjin and have him come here. Dregor also lets us know that if we should go speak with someone called Identity, as they may be able to help us with our deceit. And so we get into where this identity person is, and they actually say their name is Velgo. And we end up, I don't remember how clear it was what we ended up doing to get them on our side. I think we ended up paying them, or we were going to convince King Dregor.
$2,000.
Yeah, it's 2,000 credits, but I think we were going to convince King Dregor to pay for us to help have the person help out. But I think the idea that we kind of decided on was that we were going to have this Velgo, which I just gave you the voice for him yesterday or earlier today, Brendan. I can't remember it. Fuck, I'd have to go back and watch the video again just for half a second.
No, you got it. Right.
You saw me. I was about to do it,
almost
but I
got
think I was about to
Yeah.
do Bummer. I think I almost just did Bummer instead.
Mm.
I'm just gonna find it because it's hilarious, and I was crying laughing. I could not hold it together. Me, I'm not really sure.
Dalton, it's not letting me control the volume on the
Just be
video.
kinda
Is
like-
that on your side?
King Dragor paying you.
It let me
It
control
should
volume.
it should
It's
let you
really
control
bad
the
because
volume.
it-
If you're on your phone though, it's
either
gonna be
of the-
weird because
Just
like
these
it comes up
huge
on the computer. It comes up with an
amorphous
extra
forms
little
with,
box, and then I can
eyeballs
essentially
on the
just use the
elbows
normal
and, like,
YouTube controls
God, I
inside that box,
Mm.
so I
Based on
can
his lapel
pause it,
band
keep it going,
that says,
close captions,
"Best
all that shit.
captain ever."
You kind of talked like this. You were talking like you were a big fat slug thing. And I don't know, the way you did it had me crying. Like I had to step away from the desk. It was fucking hilarious. But yeah, so we
Very
talked to them,
unprofessional.
convinced them to be on our side, which was super cool. And now I think, like I said, we're ready to call Sinjin if we want, but we need to get a better idea of a plan, like an actual plan. But I think even before that, we decide who we want to come and help us. And I mean, we could do that in an order where we like decide what we want the plan to be and then call people to help. But I kind of think we just get people to come help us and then we decide where we want to put them. But what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah, probably that. I mean, I imagine the whole thing kind of coming down as like, and I don't know if this is actually it, but like I always saw it as like him coming off of the ship and then we're almost ambushing him immediately. Like not like immediately, but like he gets off the ship and then maybe minutes go by after that and then we come after him. But I didn't know like how everybody like were we luring him like miles away from his ship, like deep into the city? Like I don't know
Yeah,
exactly
so-
where we were setting this up.
That might be a good thing for all of us to do, is to say kind of how we imagined it, because that's not exactly how I imagined it, but that's probably good to talk about. So I imagined it more like he lands, and he's going to go find, I can't remember her name, the tattoo artist. Eska?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Eska.
Shaif.
Oh,
Yeah,
Saeed. Saeed.
Who was Eska?
Shaif?
Saeed.
No, Eska was someone
Eska
else
is
entirely.
Oh, they're the okay. That's the two names. Okay, yep. So I kind of imagined it. Oh my god, it's an ad. That's funny. That he's going to like a room where he thinks she's staying, and like on the way to the room is kind of where I imagined that we would ambush. Because I think the idea is we need to get him away from his ship, and then King Draegor's guards will disable the ship, and then ideally we need to get his guards off of him to kind of try to help our odds, because we know he's got some pretty badass guards and like people surrounding him, so we kind of want to try to separate them somehow and try our best to fight him with as few people on his side as we can.
What if like random thought to get the guards off? What if we don't have to do this at all, but like what if we somehow manage like a computer's check like to like hack their comms to make like it seem like the ship was under attack or something was going on back at the ship, and so they had to send a few of the guards back or something like that?
So it's incredible that you say that. So one of the things that's in the endgame that I listed is called an intonation pendant. So let me read to you what that does, because that I said it was kind of niche, but that would be perfect. So an intonation pendant consists. I should put this on screen. An intonation pendant consists of a dark blue jewel and a geometric blah blah blah. To use one, it first must be placed on the throat or similar part of the body close to the voice box of a helpless, unconscious, or willing living creature, or a creature that has been dead for no longer than an hour. As the intonation pendant attunes to that creature over 10 minutes, it begins to glow faintly, and the pendant can be attuned to only one creature at a time. But here's the thing. So once the pendant is attuned, it provides the wearer with the exact tone and speech mannerisms of the target creature, and it provides the wearer with a +4 enhancement bonus to bluff checks to convince others that they are the target creature. So if he has guards that stay behind, and we can like have one of us or a couple of us, there waiting and take just one guard out and then use this pendant on it, we can make ourselves sound exactly like that guard and say like, you need to get back to the ship, blah, 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 whatever, or something like that, and have them come running back to us. Just an idea. I mean, we could also just try to bluff our way through it, but that intonation pendant is pretty dope, and I thought it was a pretty niche scenario, but the scenario that I imagined was us killing a guard and then impersonating them and trying to use that voice to kind of maneuver people around, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And we could even, I guess it
I will
doesn't
say I
matter.
have a 20 in bluff. So if we were going to accomplish that, I already got a good
That's
a
a
good
pretty
edge.
good. That's a pretty good. So I would say I don't know how much it is. It's only 1,250. So if someone wants to grab it and give it to you, I think the biggest, like, because it seems like a why not type of thing. Like if it's gonna help, it's gonna help. The biggest thing is we have to decide how much time we have because that takes 10 minutes.
Mhm.
So it just depends on how. I guess, Brendan, here's the question. Kind of a layout of the city. Let me go back to that map. How, if we were to call St. John here, do we have an idea of where we think he would land? Like, where do people of his kind of power and prowess land, and where is that as far as time goes in relation to, say, like where Shaith works, or where she, like, where her apartment is or something? Like, how long would it take to get from point A to point B, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like the landing pads probably get more luxurious as you get closer to the top, like where
Right.
St. John's Palace or where Gregor's Palace is. So you could probably purposefully clear a landing pad that's closer to the top, and that would buy you
More
I
time.
don't know. I don't know how long it would be, but I want to say something like 20 minutes. You know, like between
Okay,
point A
cool.
to point B. Like,
So if we wanted
And-
to, we could draw,
Quick
like, we would
question.
have time to do that. Yeah.
Quick question. You mentioned the warning wire. What was this warning wire for that you were...
So it was just, we didn't really have an idea for it yet, but it's basically a tripwire. It's 50 foot of
Right.
wire that we could set down and have
I
it
read the
signal.
description. I'm just...
We don't
I
know.
just don't
It just
know what
seems
we
like
would
it would
use it
probably be
for.
useful because we won't be able to have eyes on him, but we know where he'll be coming from, likely. So even if it's
Even
just like
use
set up,
security cameras and shit
I
to
mean,
have eyes on
potentially.
him?
I don't know. I don't know what the layout is. I just know
I mean,
that we
if-
could use
I
that.
feel like if King Dregor is working with us, even in part, I feel like he should be able to give us at least some access, or
Yeah, we could
have
use it
Leo
to
on in with it to
try to
keep us posted.
like freak someone out too, because we could set it to be a loud alarm, so somebody hits it and an alarm goes off, and maybe they're like, "Oh, what the fuck's going on?" and we get a surprise round on like guards or something. I don't know. I just, for a plan where we are ambushing people, a warning wire just seemed like a type of thing that would make sense. But if we don't see a specific use for it, that's fine too. And we can always like get the rest of our, try to recruit the rest of the people that we want to recruit, and then see if another plan kind of presents itself more where we can use the wire. But it more just seemed like a cool thing to use for a trap. I didn't have like a specific scenario in mind.
Okay. I'll keep it on the list of stuff to get, but I won't get it quite yet.
Okay, that works.
And with the other people that we want to call, if we have those 3 goblins, is it Goog and Rattlesnarp? What's the third one?
Goog and
Yeah,
Rattlesnarp.
Brendan called me out on it, so all the names are written there at the end of end game.
I remember
Goog, Fleagrebe, and Rattlesnarp.
Fleagrebe, that's him. Yep.
Yeah,
Good
I mean, they're
stuff.
good like mechanics. So I know we already have King Dregor's guard, like, just like potentially disabling the ship, but we
Mhm.
could use them for something, even if it's just like them being fucking annoying and like bothering the guard and stuff,
they
or
could
trying to draw
also-
them away, like running up to
they
them
could
and
shut
grabbing
down-
their guard, something.
They could shut down like different like hallways or something, like
We could-
doors, so
We
that
could
we
give
can
them the jammer charge
bottleneck
to
them.
maybe set up, because jammer charges are cheap, but they don't have a very big range. Like set some of those up along, like say we're waiting for the guards to get to point A, and then we're gonna call them and say, "Hey, you gotta come back," and then we set a jammer charge off there, like have one of the goblins set off a jammer charge there, so that all of a sudden they lose connection and they can't like ask questions or something. Like just another set of hands might not be a terrible idea. I guess one more thing we can do before we start calling people is, do we have an idea where the best location to be to fight Sinjin would be? Like, what does the area look like around Shaith's shop? Should we try to draw him there and fight in like a lobby area? Does she have like a big area around her apartment? Because I feel like we probably don't want super tight quarters. You know what I'm saying? Okay, apartment layout. So yeah, we're loading that up. Okay, so yeah, I don't think we want to have the final battle in here. That seems like a bad idea. Especially with just how large Ugris is to start with. Like, that's just a... Like, with all my AoE stuff, I would like to have a bigger open space, personally. But
yeah, I would.
What do you guys...
It's too small.
What do you guys have envisioned for that? Or do we draw him to this place, and then they're not there, and then he starts heading back to his ship, and we fight him over by his ship, but we're, like, on the side of his ship where he's not, you know? Does anybody have thoughts or how they kind of envision?
If we do that, we should leave like a note or something whenever he walks in, like a fake body or something. It's just like, "Ha, gotcha." And he's like, "Oh no!" And then he runs back.
We also have identity to use to look like someone.
Hello, honey. Are you
Yeah,
the one
exactly.
that get to meet me?
So, it just depends. I mean, there's a lot of options here.
So what I was thinking, since people live here, there's got to be some sort of communal area, whether it's like some sort of like
Quad.
similar, yeah, like a quad or something
I
like
agree.
that, and they probably have them in the like multiple areas surrounding different
Britain's loading all those possible maps he has. created.
residential areas or something like that. I feel like if we,
Big map.
you know, somehow get him there, whether it is either on his way to, you know, to his like, you know, intercept him, or if he gets to the apartment and we direct him to, you know, meet me here in this public location or something like that. And I mean, you know,
I think you're right. I think it's here.
There, but
what is this, Brendan? What are we looking at here? Where is this?
This is the conservatory that it's like you know, Eska takes care of like the gardens.
Oh, the old
and
lady.
grounds.
Yeah, the lady I talked to.
Yeah, this
tattoo
is
artist,
the
yeah.
conservatory that she works
She'd
at.
be pissed if she found out I let y'all just
Well, let's.
have a
I mean, we can
battle
ask her,
in
right?
the garden.
Because this looks like a good final fight area. There's cover. There's different kinds of terrain. There's a big ass tree in the middle that you probably can't see through super well. Stuff like that. What do we? I like this map a lot. What are people thinking? What are opinions on if we tried to have our final fight here? At least attempt to have
thinking-
it here.
I'm thinking the bushy part of the tree is probably going to be above us.
That's true.
Just from what I know about trees.
That's fair. It could be a bush though. I don't know if it's a bush or a tree.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm not opposed to this.
Brush.
This seems like a kind of a communal. I mean, it's not a communal area, but it looks like it could be a communal area. So
And it's gone.
AI generated.
Ooh. See, I like this one.
Is this where is this? This is the spaceport, like where his ship would land.
That's where his ship's gonna land.
Okay.
I think if we do it in a hangar type situation, I mean, that's probably one of the. I would rather do it, or I would do it either here or the observatory or the conservatory, whatever.
I mean, hangars have
but-
worked in the past.
That's
yeah,
true.
the only
We're probably gonna end up having more than one fight, so we might try to like
the only
fight
thing
guards
that I
here or
would worry
something.
about with the hangar is the possibility of him just
Yeah,
running back
just
onto the
fucking off.
ship and getting away.
Well, so that's what we
So
have
we would
Drigger's
have to
guards
have-
for. As soon as he gets off his ship, they're gonna be ready to go disable it. So we definitely would have to draw him away from here first. They would work on disabling the ship, and then we get him back here somehow, or we fight him in the conservatory. I imagine that we're actually all the fighting that we're gonna do is not gonna be in one location. Like that just doesn't seem like it's likely to happen. So I imagine it's just where we want things to happen, and then we hope that they happen there, and then if shit goes haywire, we have to kind of adapt to the situation.
You know what we could
so-
do? We could put all the bombs here, and then when he starts to go and run to his ship, inevitably, his
Blow 'em
ship is
all up.
disabled, and then you just blow him up.
We could have someone here with King Draegor's guards hiding. Ship lands. They set up a bunch of tripwires after they leave, and then try to haul ass to get back to where we are, to wherever we're gonna have to fight. And then when people come back here, they get
I'm the
hit
one
with
that hauls
those.
ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, and you're the one, kind of the bomb guy, so we just give you all of the bombs and tripwires, let you just kind of load this place up with traps, and then Brendan just kind of has to try to play dumb, not knowing where the traps are, but also playing the bad guy, like, oh, walk into it, It's a tough call.
Do I have to play dumb?
You don't have to.
Would it be
Brendan?
a bad story if you guys got all the way here and then lost?
That would be a better story. Please do that. But that picture of you with your arms up, like, I don't know, like that, yeah, that's what I imagine God to look like. Every time I see people praying, I just see them praying to that image
Like,
there.
Yeah, no. So in terms of like map spaces that you guys have had to move around on, we've got maps for King Draegor's palace, the apartment, the conservatory, and that ship hangar, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what we have. Like that's what we have provided for us here. We could probably try and figure out something else if you guys want to do something really, really off the wall. But like those are the spaces, the big open spaces, are the areas that you guys have been to, at least in the course of this book.
I think Brendan just clued us into a hidden plan. We should just knock down all the walls so that each of these maps are all just one big
They're
map.
all next to each other. Let's
Okay.
put 'em all on the
Open
same-
floor concept.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
Okay, so what if?
uh,
Go ahead.
I mean, I was gonna say that Zeldern's plan to lure Sinjin to the planet was just to call and tell
Say
him that
Shaith
he
is
had
here.
located Shaith.
Yeah.
And he said he's not going to give any details, but he's going to offer to escort Sinjin to King Draegor, who rules this place, and would have all of the information that Sinjin would need.
Oh, I don't think I knew that. Okay.
And so part of that plan is that he expects that the central elevator is not very large, and so most of Sinjin's retinue of guards is going to have to wait or take the stairs, whereas Sinjin is going to be able to go straight up to King Draegor's throne room and be kind of separated from his guards at that point. And then after that point, he's like, I don't care. I don't know if you guys want to confront him there, or if you guys want to distract him, pull him away somewhere else. We could give him the location of her apartment at that point, and you guys could set a trap there.
I like that.
It's up to it's kind of whatever you guys want to do from that point on. Like that's the initial plan,
So
just to get him there.
what if I'm gonna lay a whole situation out? I like the idea of Rahul staying here in the shipyard. His guards and him leave. He traps the shit out of this place. We get Sinjin to go to that elevator. He takes the elevator up, which takes a little bit of time. He goes and talks to King Draegor. It takes a little bit of time. During that, we have jammer charges set up so that there's no communication between him and his guards. Or at least have some set up on the elevator and the top of the elevator. And then we draw, like we send out a signal to the guards that, hey, the ship's under attack. Or something's wrong with the ship, you gotta come back. They come back, and some of us, or maybe we even have the Wintermorn team here or something, disable the guards when they get here. Sinjin gets down from the elevator after talking with them. His guards aren't there. And this is kind of where it gets shaky, but somehow we lead him to start heading towards the conservatory where Shaith is hanging out, because that's where we tell him that Shaith's hanging out. And we have at least one, Zeldern waits outside the door. He's like, all right, you go talk to her or whatever. And inside that first door is one of the trip mines hits him to start with. He's by himself, or maybe has a guard or two left with him, and we start the fight right there with him in the conservatory, where most of his guards are separated, his ship's gone, or his ship's disabled, and we fight him in the conservatory after we've got the thing, everyone's separated. Yay or nay? What do we like, dislike about that situation?
It's not a bad idea.
It's a plan. It started off strong. I don't trust that his guards aren't going to be with him. Like,
well, they can't go up in the elevator with him, so we just have to time it right, where the second he starts going up in the elevator,
why don't we just cut the elevator once he gets to the top? I mean, we could just have the goblins.
I don't
up
think
in
it's
the...
they probably don't use wires anymore. Like,
Yeah, but they use some. I mean, it's not.
Fair.
It's like some anti-gravity machine. I mean, we have 3 goblin engineers.
We could try.
Just
yeah.
Throw them at it.
And just have it fall all the way down and just kill him.
Yeah.
We never touch him. We just let him fall 50 stories in an elevator.
Oh, I did.
We could certainly try. Yeah. But if that doesn't work,
you-
it's like a
You look
second
at the
that he
camera
goes
and you're
up.
like, it's not the damage that kills you.
Yeah.
It's the environment.
Yeah. But I mean, like as soon as it goes up, we hit the jammer charge and then get the guards to call away because they're gonna start going up the stairs. So if we just wait.
We should just make the stairs slippery.
Yeah,
Just have
put
a bunch
butter
of
on the
oil
stairs.
on
Like,
the-
whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
butter
whoa,
on the
whoa! We're
Banana
standing at the
peels
top of the
and
stairs with a piano. Push down the piano, and then we have an iron come and slap him in the head.
Yeah, so you guys get to decide whether this final episode
Is it Home Alone? Or...
Home Alone, or is it
Or Die
is
Hard.
Die
it,
Hard.
yeah, I was gonna say, is it The Expendables or is it
Phoenix officially changes his name to Kevin.
It's just
Kevin?
Yeah.
McCandless?
So I think
Kevin.
either way, we can sit on that plan or sit on variations of that plan. But let's make sure we don't have to do anything or do a side mission or something to get the people that we want to come here. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I listed out the crew of the Wintermorn, Adani and Carmelar, which I don't know. The Wintermorn can fight. I don't know what Adani and Carmelar can do other than be there for moral support. We could have them bring a bunch of
bunch of those
the
bears.
bear things or what are they called?
Defrexes?
Defrexes and like stampede something, and then the
There we go.
goblins. So
Adani's just there for critics.
yeah, that could be. They could just be there for moral support or as a distraction.
Look how far
Okay.
I've got it.
We try to call up the Wintermorn, Brendan. How do we go about doing that? What's the best way for us to get a hold of the Wintermorn? I'm gonna go
AOL
make another
probably.
drink while that happens.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that you guys would have exchanged some kind of intergalactic communique. I think the biggest thing is that when you guys are sending messages across like drift space, it takes a while to get there. So you're not like open channel communicating with somebody. You're sending them a message and then hoping that they either respond with giving them enough time or that they show up.
Yeah, is space dilation a thing in this universe, or are we just nixing that?
I mean, it's just like whenever you're traveling and whenever you're sending messages through the drift, I don't remember how long it takes.
Hmm.
Yeah, I forgot
It
about
goes
that. It
across.
has the.
Yeah.
To be fair, I mean we're
To be
not
fair.
on. Thank you. We're not on some sort of like a. There's not a time crunch on this, right?
Correct. Like right now, you're not. But I mean, obviously, as soon as you call him and he starts heading your way, like that's when.
But right now, like
And
we don't
snap
think
into
there's any
place.
reason that we can't, like wait
Yeah,
a week
I
and
mean-
have it be the same thing, right?
I don't see why we can't.
Just want to make sure I'm not misremembering anything. So yeah, I mean, I guess we would send a message to the Wintermorn over that signal and however long it takes, and just be like, we're in need of your assistance. We fought together. We've helped each other. We're calling on your aid. Here's where we are.
Yeah,
We'll
we kept
explain it
Joel
all.
from being lobotomized. Remember
Yeah.
that?
We'll
You're
yeah,
welcome.
exactly. we'll explain the situation in more detail once you get here. And I would honestly say, I guess when we call Adani, because that's where the goblins are, right? Like that's what they're
Yeah.
living on that ranch.
Yeah.
So
He
we
dropped
just
them
call-
off and picked me
Yeah,
up.
they went
Yeah.
to live on a farm.
Yeah, so we just call. We call Adani, or we have Krenix calls Adani. I assume that
Adani.
Krenix has actually figured out a way for faster than light travel for communication, so we can always talk to Adani in real time. So
Mhm.
we use that technology and say, hey, you and your husband and the 3 goblins, and I don't know, maybe like 5 Def Rexes should come here and help. We have a situation.
Adani, you and that man you live with should come. Come over here. Come see what we're doing.
Yeah, you can bring your man.
I mean, they're not trained Def Rexes, but I mean, if we just point them in a direction, like they fuck shit up. Like we could have them attack some people.
References are scary.
Yeah.
That could even be our distraction. Like that could be a genuine distraction to get them back.
What the fuck?
A bunch of Def
We should-
Rexes got loose in
Yeah, we should
the
put them in the
cargo
stairway.
bay. Yeah. Well, a bunch of
You know how
yeah.
dangerous Def Rexes are? Def Rexes are challenge rating 11 creatures.
Yeah. So we put like 4 of them
Awesome.
in this room and just let them go.
All we need is a bunch of light. I
And we
can
just-
supply that.
We need to do something to make them pissed off at the ship, so they start attacking the ship, and then the guards have to come back. Like that's a genuine reason, right? I mean, why don't? That's a
You want
great
to come
plan.
back to the ship?
And then
We
and
want
then we
the-
can just
the
have a bunch of
guards to come
confetti
back to
come
the
down from
ship.
the top.
'Cause that's where we're
Man
gonna
dressed
fight
in a
them
banana
here,
costume comes out, starts dancing around.
right?
Should
I
have a
think,
bunch of just random shit going on. Confuse the fuck out of this guy.
I think we want the guards to come back here. They walk into this room, get hit with 4 fucking trip mines, and then there's like 5 Def Rexes here that are trying to fucking maul them. And they have to come back and protect their shit.
And we're in
In
the
worst
corner
case
doing
scenario, he brings 10 guards, and we get 5 of them to get killed by Def Rexes. I mean, we just need to thin the guards' numbers, right? Like, that's how I look at it. We have King Dregger's guards disable the ship, and then we let the Def Rexes out, and make sure that the guards know that the Def Rexes are attacking. I mean, even if we just have like Adani near the guards, like just sitting in a like not a launcher, but like a bench out by where the stairs are to go up, and she's just like, Jesus Christ, it looks like a bunch of Def Rexes got loose in the cargo hold and are destroying a bunch of ships. And the guards here, they're like, fuck, we gotta go deal with that.
What are we gonna do?
Right? I mean, it sounds dumb, but like, why not? Just lean into it.
So, no, why not? Love that attitude for you.
I don't see that plan being approved by the king of this land.
Well, we're
Seeing
gonna
as how
already
those were-
evacuate everything out of here. There's gonna be no other ships in here besides, like, or how I pictured it is that we would clear this area out. There'd be no other ships in here. Yeah, dude, it's fucking sick. There's no other ships in here besides, it would be Adani's, and then Sinjin's, right? And these Def Rexes have to be at least partially trained. Like, they don't just have a bunch of savage beasts that they're farming that are trying to kill them.
It
all the
has been a
time.
while since they dropped him off too. So what have
Like,
they
that's
been
their
doing with
whole,
them?
that's their whole thing, is they, like, train them. Like, they're not savage, horrible killing monsters that are trying to kill everyone all the time, right? Like,
Well, then what use are they?
well, I mean, I think that if you piss them off, they would be. But it's not like we're gonna let them out and have to fight them all ourselves.
Poke him with a stick.
Donnie probably sings them a nice song and does a nice little dance, and they calm down. You know,
Ah.
sun's getting real low type situation.
Oh,
Not if we drench him in male bear urine. Not at all.
No, we need to
I'll
put
do the
that all
trick.
over their ship when they land.
With some what is it, H209 from superhero movie.
Yeah.
Makes all the animals start fucking them.
Oh my god, classic.
Let's just get some of that.
Yeah, they'll do the
Pull
trick.
the old walk through a door and have the bucket on top, drop it onto him, covered in H209 and then let all the death rexes start fucking them.
Dude, I
Then we
swear,
can-
each time you do that, no one ever sees it coming. Doesn't matter
No
how
one
many
ever
times you
sees it
do it.
coming.
It works every time.
Who's gonna look up when they go through a door?
No one. They'll do
Okay.
it.
Especially not like, space doors.
Right.
It's just-
We figured it out. It's all right. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Creatures of
Let's-
comfort.
I mean, I guess I'm just trying to make sure that we know everything that we need to do. So is it really just have our plan, get the people here and call them? Like, am I missing something?
That's just 4 things.
That's 3.
It's like becoming an astronaut. I promise you I counted when you said all those things.
Plan,
I think
get our people here, and call Sinjin.
someone,
3 things.
someone roll it back.
Roll it back. I
as you
counted
were
3.
saying-
Me-
but
I would be
After you
1,000%
said
honest
4
with you, Brendan. I swear he said 3.
I said 3 things. I'll clip it. 3 marker.
Oh, shit.
What have you been
I'm pretty
drinking
sure
there,
you
Big
said-
Kahuna?
I'm pretty sure you said we had the plan, and we're gonna do the plan.
Nope.
And then we're gonna call them.
Well, you don't have a plan. I
No,
feel like I got a plan.
We're doing step
It's
1
kind of
now. We're
chaotic.
coming up with a plan. And
Have
then
we
we're doing
called-
the plan.
I can't give you the whole plan, but I can give you part 2 of
The 3-part plan.
the 3-part plan. I can give you
Color
I'll give you
code
half a
sent
part. I can give
documents
you a
to
whole
you.
part.
Okay,
Did you just trademark your own?
we
It's a verbal trademark.
we need to call everyone. Do we need to do something for that, Brendan? Can we just give that same generic message to everyone?
If that's the generic message that you want to send to everybody, that's fine. I just thought you'd put a little more effort into, calling all of your allies to travel across the galaxy.
I mean, we're just
help
calling
you.
2 sets, like 2 groups of people, right? Am I missing people that we
I
should
know,
be
but-
calling?
I mean, you can call whoever. I don't care.
I don't know. I'm asking guys. Who are we missing here?
Oh, we need fucking distribution Android X19. He's canon. We ran into him. Yeah, let's call him.
Maybe. I don't know if you've interacted with him.
He's
We
definitely out
need,
there.
We could call the fucking ghost doctor guy that put all the parts in everyone. He was
I'm
totally a
pretty
good
sure he's
guy.
dead.
He was totally a good guy
Dragon
that
Ball.
didn't send the winter dragon after us.
Yeah.
I can't help but to think he died.
I don't recall. I don't know if we knew that if it did happen. That might have been like a flash thing. Oh my god, you're playing Portals. Incredible.
Calling in all the fucking reinforcements.
Dude. Gets me
Please
going.
don't DMCA this channel
We're good.
We'll be fine.
with our 2 viewers,
It's so good. God,
one of which is me. I might report you for this.
that's fine.
Yeah, Brendan, it's you and me.
It's you and
the 2 of us. There's not even a bottom here with us. It's just us.
Okay.
Oh,
I can't even focus with it. I just want to think. You know?
he said, I can't even focus. I just want to think.
I just want to. Just can't focus on something other than it. Excuse me.
Oh, you're playing back the scene in your head right now. that's
I
what's
am. I can see the portals opening. There's Howard the Duck for 13 frames. Like it's so good. Spider-Man
This is,
swinging
Spider-Man,
in.
yeah, Spider-Man coming around. Is that everyone?
Wait.
What you wanted more?
Ant-Man.
Yeah. I think I just watched this scene like yesterday.
Oh, it's
I've
so
seen this
good.
scene once.
Oh, Brendan.
That's upsetting. We should just stop the whole game right now and rewatch.
You gotta
it.
come over and watch Infinity War and Endgame on the new 70-inch.
We watched Infinity War, didn't we? And then we just never got to Endgame.
I mean, you have once, but yeah. Probably be
Oh, I
worth
mean,
it.
like the second.
Second time. Yeah,
we
you've seen Infinity War
We
twice.
did like a
I think, once.
rewatch.
Have y'all seen the new Spider-Man yet? I mean, shoot. Come
I
on.
did. Yeah.
Spider-Verse is great. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Alright.
went and saw it Monday night, I think. Maybe Tuesday night.
My boss went to see it at the AMC theater, and he got a poster for me.
Oh, to see they weren't giving away posters at ours. Rip. Okay. Are we actually
I saw a
missing anyone?
TikTok- I saw a TikTok that was literally like, sorry kid. It was like some kid got like the cup and the popcorn bucket and like the
Mhm.
poster and was like super excited about it. It's like, As soon as that kid walks away, all that's mine. I waited 25 years for this.
I've got the poster, the endgame posters. You have to watch it twice in IMAX, like 2 weeks apart. And then the re-release had the Infinity Gauntlet poster too, which was like a month later. I got all three. Fuck. I keep getting distracted, but I don't know what to do next. I need people's help here.
No, if you guys want to start calling out people, just let me know who you want to call, what you want to say.
Yes, I mean we already called the Winterborn. I said what we were going to say to the Winterborn.
What did you say? You just said, "Hi, we need help."
No, I said we're calling on you. We need aid. We can explain more when you get here. Here's our location. I mean, yeah, essentially. I don't want to broadcast out exactly what we're needing help with in case anybody's listening. I'd rather them just, we helped you in your time of need. Or calling on, Gondor calls for aid type thing.
Okay.
Gondor.
Donnie probably should be called by you, Krenix.
Yeah.
No,
And
Hey.
And
that's
I'm,
5 people right there.
I'm
My
like,
sweet, my heart.
dead ass.
Call on
I
him.
think we should have him bring Defrexes and let them loose to attack the guards. I know that you guys are like, I don't know if that's a good idea, but I think that's a great idea. Like how
I think
fucking
that's up
dope.
to God.
How dope of a finale. What do you mean it's up to God? We're not breaking anything there. And we're not asking King Dregger's opinion on it.
But what if they just sold all their Defrexes?
Well, that-
Oh no!
Oh, I guess that
It doesn't hurt
something.
to ask.
Yeah, do they still have Defrexes?
What do we
I
do?
wish you called 2 weeks earlier. We just got rid of the whole herd in the annual culling. And they said we only have 2 breeding pairs left, and I can't pot with either of them.
Sure you can. After this, you won't exist.
What?
What?
Don't worry about it.
Do they- I'm gonna leave it up to you, Krenix. Uger says, Krenix, I know we've had our differences. And he kind of looks down at his arm
Defrexes.
and the chain, and he's like, but I think that your lover, Adani, and her actual husband, along with the 3 goblins, could prove some use here. And to be honest with you, I see value in those Defrexes. They had a whole herd. Surely they can spare 2 or 3 to cause some chaos in the hangar.
You're crazy, man. Okay, I'll try. Shit.
Okay. Yeah, it's up to you. I'm not gonna eavesdrop on your call, so you make that decision. But
Is this a video call or just like a? Is it just a message?
Record a
So-
message, but you could definitely have included elements of audio visual.
And also be careful
Okay.
with what you say. Don't give
don't
away
give
anything.
too much. Yeah.
What about? Wait, don't give away too much about what?
We
We
just
don't know
like
who's
imagine Sinjin intercepts this message. We don't want him to know exactly what's going on.
Oh, okay. All right.
Not to say
They're just
that he
saying use
will.
lots of code words.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got you. Now I gotta think.
Alpha, Delta, Charlie, Echo. You know what to
I
do.
don't know about that.
Bring 5
So-
bears.
2 girls, 1 cup. You know what to
You
do.
know what to do.
Alpha, Delta, 5 Defrexes and the goblins. Charlie.
In the hangar. Repeat. In the hangar.
In the hangar, kill all of Sinjin's guards. Over and out.
We are planning a massive raid. Sinjin is going to die. Just give away the entire fucking plan.
Yep.
Okay. Let me think here.
Let me scroll through my notes to see if anyone.
Just something like
We have
A, just like the letter A, just A. It is K. Hey. Here is a picture, and then I take a picture, just like a sexy, just like hey, and then
Felix got the cup fuck.
Here is a picture. Like it's your cost for calling
Oh,
her.
cute. Might delete
What
later.
picture?
feeling cute. Might delete later. Who knows?
Who knows?
Need help with a how do I say this?
Infestation.
Thing.
Yes, that's a good one. Need
Go
help
ahead.
with infestation. Defrex needed. Location. Wait, should I put the location?
Attached.
Okay, location attached.
That was him putting his hand over the microphone. Wait, but
Wait, should I tell them where we are? Okay,
As
yeah,
you're
here
like
it is.
looking at the stars behind you and like walking around the city and stuff. Like,
No, it's just audio and then a couple pictures. You know, just tasteful, and classic shots.
Tasteful, classy pictures. Yeah.
Little lip bite
Mhm.
action.
Anyway, hit me up. Little heart emoji.
awesome.
That's it. Send. Send button. Button send.
So
Why
that'll
does it
get-
keep recording? No, press button.
Oh,
That'll
and then
get them
send
here.
3 goblin emojis and
Oh, yeah.
2 Defrex
and
emojis.
another little heart.
I imagine
Um,
that they have emojis for all known species in the universe.
Oh, they would
The
have
emoji
to.
list is like super long. But
So yeah, it's an emoji of Krenix and then an emoji of Adani and then the 3 goblins, a couple Defrexes,
It's
and
just
then way
all.
at the
It's
end
like your emoji
is
story
her
that you
husband.
sent before I left.
Her husband's at the other other side of it.
It's like the
Yeah.
emoji
Oh, yeah, that-
story you
that
sent
whole
before I
story.
left Europe, where it was
Yeah,
like an entire
exactly.
story.
Yeah, did you
It's
like
crashed
that?
on-
That was
That was
rad.
incredible.
Don't
sent, like, an
crash in the
entire
mountains
emoji
and
story. It's
eat your
like-
friend.
It was like 3 people, airplane, boom, explosion, mountains, eat, and it's just like all. It's like an entire story, like ended with like us getting attacked by zombies and shit. It's actually fucking incredible. He sent it while we were like trying to get on the bus to get into the airport.
Yeah.
It's fucking incredible.
So here, you killed that.
No. Yeah. Okay. So your plan is you're not gonna set anything else in motion until they all get here.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're gonna wait and see who shows up. Okay. In terms of prep, so that's it. You want to contact those 2 groups of people? You don't want to contact anybody else?
I can't think of anybody. If someone else maybe can.
I can't think of anyone like specific, but I was wondering if maybe Tarika happened to also know people who Sinjin has like either wronged or other people who would enjoy seeing Sinjin go down. That might
We could
help
bring
in-
Tarika and have her be like in space to let us know when he gets here or something too. Or
yeah,
be, like,
maybe
ready
like
as
a
backup or
heads up
something.
of hey, he just came into the system or
Yeah.
whatever. But also, I would assume that someone would also be wanting to take down Sinjin. So I don't know if Tarika would know anyone like that. But that was the only other thought that I really had.
Go ahead. Have your
sweet.
character send a message to Tarika, like asking that maybe. Because we have to send a message and wait for a reply, but I assume it's like Amazon shipping. Like we just sent out 4 messages and they should all arrive on the same day, type of thing, maybe. Like it's gonna be like 2-day shipping on the messages to get there and back.
I forgot Tarika was an otter. That's
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah, I don't imagine Tarika or what's her daughter's name?
Yeah.
Yeah, would be much help like in a fight, and we probably don't want to risk them in the fight, but we might be able to use them for like intel and stuff. Anybody else think of anybody or anything that we might want or need? I'm sure that there's like a whole big long section in the campaign about all the things that we could be doing. Like, a nice big box that's like the players may want to call, and then like 15 people that we know about, and we're like, we got 3 out of 15 ain't bad.
Yeah, I'm sure they give DMs that much information to work with.
Maybe not.
It's definitely not all.
I don't know. I haven't ever
Just
looked
made
at the Starfinder.
Yeah, we were told
I know
not
that the
to.
Witcher book was not great about giving information, and I know Starfinder and Pathfinder are definitely better about it. I don't know how much
Yeah.
better though.
No, I will run with this as much as you guys want to. So if you're good, if you're comfortable with those,
I don't
Those
see
groups
us
of
needing
people, that's
anybody
fine.
else. I don't even see
I
us
don't know.
needing that many people, to be honest. But I think it's good to have people for backup. I feel like the entire crew of the Wintermorn is probably about as capable as we are, if not more, because there's more of them. So at any point, if we need them to go do something else, I think they would help fight for us. Like, fuck, we're getting destroyed here. Call them in and have them try to get to us, or we need them to make some movements or something to help distract or whatever it may be.
I want you guys to tell me when you feel like you're ready. feel like Austin's most of the way there. He's like, we need to do this.
Well,
Everybody else feeling prepared?
let's go over the plan again. Let's break this plan down into steps.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we can decide if we want to change any steps.
So
planning
all of the steps of the multi-step plan?
Yeah. So step 1 is we get Sinjin into this. We have them land their ship into this cargo bay, right? We're all in agreement on that. That's what should happen first, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Step 2 is we want, and this is what I think step 2 should be, but we talk about it. I'm just going to continue to do that here. Step 2, I think, is we get him and his guards to leave the cargo bay and head towards the elevator/stairs area to get up to King Dregor. Yes or no?
Yeah, I don't see any alternative.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I
Get
feel like
him and
there's
his
room
crew.
for something else there, but
Well, I think
We
there's
can
something going on
come up with it.
simultaneously, and that'll be next. Get him and his
Yeah.
crew to the
Yeah.
elevator and stairs of King Dregor. Step 3, I think, is we have potentially one of us, maybe Rahul, the sneakiest and fastest, and some of King Dregor's guards inside this cargo bay, ready to disable the ship as soon as they are out and clear. We like that. I just know King Dregor said that he was willing to give his guards, some of his guards, to help disable the ship. Like, that's kind of what he said that he would do to help. Do we like that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Down with
Okay.
that.
Okay. Guards. And do we like, Dylan, do you like the idea of Rahul being the one with them to kind of help?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, someone's got to do it.
Yeah. Guards plus Rahul. And maybe, okay, stay behind to disable ship. And do we want to say also set up some traps? Do you want to set up some landmines and stuff in here?
Yeah, I'd have to look it up, but would I have to be in the same room to detonate the grenades? Because
No, it just
the proximity mine, the proximity, what is it? Proximity switch. I can only attach to one grenade, and it's like
I
don't
would
know.
I would buy just a bunch of the level 1 ones.
the
just to-
level ones.
So here's a question, Brendan. And maybe we have to look into this. Does a grenade taking damage cause the grenade to explode? Could we set up some close to each other so if one goes off, it blows up and blows up the other one and blows up the other one? We can. We don't have to. I mean, we can decide how many we want to set up here, but I think at least having 1 or 2 in here, even if they're the cheap ones and they can't explode, they might not explode. But having some of the cheap ones in here with some of the more common grenades would be smart. Yeah. We like setting up some sort of trap in here for if someone comes back in. Do we like that? If we don't, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm down to set up some traps
Okay.
in the hangar.
Okay, stay behind a disabled ship /
It's like a good plan C. Like if he does run back away and try
Yeah.
to escape,
And I
which
think
he's
it's
going
in
to.
my head, it's mostly for the guards that maybe come back here to kind of help weaken them up before they get attacked.
Yeah.
So here's where we have to decide. I think it's more logistics. Do we next want to do something, and we can talk about what that something is, whether it's a phone call, whether it's Defrexes, whatever it is. Do we want to somehow get... I think that a goal needs to be to separate Sinjin from his guards as much as we can. Do we
Yeah,
want to try
More so
to...
than just the stairs.
Yeah. Do we want to try to drag or get some of his guards to come back to this hangar?
I don't know if they come back to the hangar, they
can
might
set up a
see that the
trap.
ship. Yeah, that, and
Yeah.
they might see that the ship has been fucked with.
Well, I mean, the idea is if they come back and see that, like either us or some of us or the guards or Wintermorn are here to kill them. Like we just need to get them into the and we have signal jammers. We're gonna get the signal jammers are like 400 apiece, so we have a signal jammer set up right here. You know, whatever it
Already
may
have
be.
one.
Yeah,
Had
exactly.
a
We
signal
get-
damage. This is our son.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a signal jammer set up, so they can't call back. If they get back in and see that the ship's disabled, fuck it, we're killing them before they get anywhere. In my head, at least.
Another thing to keep in mind with the signal jammers is that it's everyone, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm
But
just
we
saying,
can
like,
be-
if you guys are in different locations, then you wouldn't be able
well-
to communicate with each other. If the
Well,
signal
and I
jammers
think
are in
that
place.
maybe we have one of us here that leaves, and then we just leave the guards, and maybe even the crew of the Wintermorn here to take out, I don't know, 5 or 6 guards. I don't see any issue. Or,
Austin-
again, the Defrexes. Like,
Austin, the thing that you did with Krenix that you can communicate telepathically.
100 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, not
Good idea. Though.
not super useful, but a little bit useful. If we have to, communicate, across a building or something. But yeah, only 100 feet. But the signal jammers have pretty low radiuses, I believe. I think the signal jammer. That's why we would need more than one. The signal jammer only. So if we attach it to a large broadcasting station, it's 12 miles. But let's see. Oh, just kidding. What was I? Oh, I was looking at not a signal jammer. I was looking at a jammer charge. Oh, but that's. Oh no, we just want a signal jammer. Okay. Okay. That's weird that doesn't cost anything. Okay, yeah, all signals will be jammed. We just might need to strategically turn it on and off or something, because it's jammed for 4 miles. Like, no signals are getting around in 4 miles. Unless, Brennan, that the jammer chart... Like, does the signal jammer, do we think it affects... Like, they wouldn't be able to talk to each other? Or does that only affect, like, large signals getting out? And that might just be a DM choice. So, like, there's the signal jammer, which doesn't cost anything. And then there's the jammer charge, and when it detonates, jammer
Signal
charge
jammer
silently...
costs,
Go ahead.
100 credits per level.
What does the level do, though? Oh, the DC to bypass or locate a signal jammer is 15 plus the signal jammer's level, and attempting it takes a minute. So it doesn't matter if they know where it's at. I mean, we put it 4 miles away.
It affects.
But the bypass is also part of that DC.
Yeah, it affects specific broadcasting medium, such as radio or wireless. So you
So we
can do it.
set it to, like, be the comms units. Like, we could
Yeah,
specifically
I
jam
would
that
say
signal.
like local comms is going to be like something like shortwave radio, like type thing where you're just in the same room and you're talking to each other, but you're doing it over electricity. But like signals, like calling someone on a comm unit is going to be like a different. It's going to be a wireless signal that's transmitted much further.
Okay, so we just buy
So,
2 signal
it would be-
jammers?
Well, it would be your choice. Would be what I'm saying is, would you want to block them from talking?
Well, if
to
we
each
wanted
other
to
with their
block
helmets
both,
on?
we would just buy 2, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to block everything, but that'd be all communication, including your own, within 4 miles.
Yeah.
Or if you attach it to a larger broadcasting station,
12
you
miles.
could increase the range to 12 miles.
But I don't think... I mean, 4 miles is going to encompass this entire base, right?
I think so.
Okay. So the last step that we liked was guards plus Rahul stay behind to disable ships / set up traps. What do
Yeah.
we like next? And currently, the last known location of Sinjin or Dregor... No, Sinjin... Yeah, I was right. Sinjin and his guards are the bottom of the elevator / the stairs. And we assume that Sinjin's going to go up the elevator by himself because it's a small elevator. So he won't have any guards with him. What do we... Let's talk about what we want to do next.
I'm thinking he might have a guard with him in his elevator.
Okay.
Because, I mean, unless it's like a single pod,
How
like
big
that
is
just
it,
shoots
Brendan?
up.
2 people go up in it, okay?
Yeah, I mean, you guys all went up in it together.
Okay. So it's possible that he has a couple guards with him. But we won't know for sure. But that's okay. We didn't expect to get him completely by himself. We just need to lower the amount of people that are with him. Assumingly.
I say
So
we
if
put some
we-
grenades at the
if we
entrance
want-
of the elevator.
Do
If
we
we
want to piss him
want
off right
to-
there and then start fighting right there? I don't know how
If
big
we
of
want
an
to
area
limit
that
the
is.
number of guards that are around him, do we want to see if Dregger will post some guards out front with like, hey, we got elevators going under maintenance, so we have to limit it to like 3 people in the elevator at once or something. I don't know if it would work, but
Yeah, I don't see why not.
it would at least be worth a
Do you think?
shot.
Do we need to go ask Dregger about that, Brennan, or do you think he'd be fine with that?
I mean, yeah, if you want to try it, I would say he's probably going to do whatever he wants when he gets here.
Okay. You don't think that he's going to listen to, and then the whole reason he's going to King Dregger is like basically to get intel and ask him permission to go do stuff? Don't we assume that Sinjin has a little bit of respect for Dregger?
I would say respect, maybe, but
I just don't see him just like ignoring what his guards have to say. But I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it may end up just being where he's like,
I mean, yeah, I guess it
fuck
doesn't
you
hurt
guys,
to try.
whatever, we're gonna do whatever
Okay.
we want, but
Okay, so we can say Dregger.
if it works, cool. If not,
It's whatever. Yeah, King or Dregger's guards try to limit number of people on elevator. Okay, so that's the next step. So what do we want to do with the guards that are likely going to take the stairs? How do we want to deal with them? Draw them away, fight them somewhere else, or what are we thinking?
I feel like we
Lock-
should slow
lock
them
the
down.
doors behind them.
Yeah, just like trap them in the staircase if we can.
I know that wouldn't actually really
Okay,
work.
I was gonna say
but-
I don't know about that one. I don't think we need to like slow them down. I think we just as soon as he's away, we need to draw them away. To be honest,
Yeah.
because if we slow them down, they're eventually gonna catch back up to him and then know something's up. Like, I think we want to delay them knowing that we're attacking Sinjin for as long as possible.
All right. Hmm.
I think the best way to do it is to draw them back to the ship. Because this is a good open area to fight people in.
Yeah, and that's really the only like leverage that we have or that we know about
Yeah,
is the
And
ship.
we'll have the advantage, or whoever's
we
here
only
will
know-
have the advantage because they can hide behind shit, wait for them to get to their ship, and then ambush them. And try to
Yeah.
take out as many as possible. Signal's jammed. So... And we can
They're
wait
for sure.
we can wait for the signal jammer to trigger, like, once they get in here, and then we start jamming the signal. Or we can do that as soon as they get the call that something's going on in the station, then we start jamming the signal. Like, we just don't want them to be like, hey, Sinjin, something's going on, we gotta go fucking check it out. We want them to, like, get some sort of a call or be triggered that, hey, we gotta go to the station, and then the signal starts jamming.
Yeah, between the time that they receive the
Yeah.
message and they send the message to Sinjin.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tight window. That's
It
a
is.
fucking tight window.
Potentially. What do we think, though?
It's sort of loosey goosey, but I feel like it's a plan. I
my
mean,
my biggest thing is just that, like, yes, it is a plan, and it. Granted, it's not a great plan, but I also can't think of any other. I
can't
can't
the
think of
leverage.
anything else that that would work.
yeah, what element are we missing? I feel like there's something that we're not thinking of.
I was out a second. What part of the plan are we talking about here?
Talking about we try to limit the number of guards that are on the elevator, and it's now how do we separate those guards permanently or long term from Sinjin for us to take him out. My thought is we lure them back into the hangar and take them out there. How we lure them back there, kind of whatever. I think it'd be dope to have the Defrexes like running loose in here and attacking shit, and they have to come in and try
Yeah,
to save
at
their
like
ship.
the base
I like that. But
Yeah.
I think either way, we get them into here and then take them out.
We just don't know how to get them into here.
Well, I think it's yeah, I guess not necessarily. Like, do we have someone nearby say something? Is that what we want to do? I guess. Do we want to lure them back here and then we can figure out how later?
We can
We
use
try-
identity to become Sinjin and tell them to go back to the ship.
We can have
Like there's been a breach
Or
at
we
the
could
ship.
try
have
just like a
identity
random
be a
security
guard.
check.
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah.
oh, we need to take you two for a random security check. Sorry, it's just cautionary. All right, come over here. Get them in the corner. Bang bang. They're dead.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty far away from like the stairs and stuff that they'll be on, like 10-minute walk or something. I don't know. I imagine these stairs and this elevator like out in like the middle of like a quad. It's just kind of like an open space where the stairs go up and there's an elevator to go up that's like fancy and stuff. Is how I have pictured it, like out in the open. And I also don't think that we are going to be able to coup de grace anybody. Like, I don't think we can just bang bang kill someone. Like, it's going to be a bang, did I break their AC? Okay, I did 15 damage. They have 80 points of health, you know, like.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fight.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So if we get them back here, we have the trap set up by Rahul. We have the Wintermorn crew in here, or we have the Defrexes in here and somebody else or something that gets them stuck in here and they have to fight and they die and they can't let Sinjin know that they are fighting and die. But I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be the guy that's just like, this is what we're doing. So Ugris would do that.
I mean, I'm kind of cool with going along, but your ideas are better because I can't think of anything else that
Better by default.
would. Yeah, like
I'm the favorite child because I'm an only child situation. That works.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna
Favorite by
write
default.
lure guards back to hangar. They hit traps and fight someone/something and die. That's our hope. Okay, so assume that that goes well. And at this point, we might have to completely change the plan because who knows what's actually going to happen. Next, we want to get Zeldern to bring Sinjin to the conservatory, correct? Say, Shaith's at the conservatory. We need to go beat her. And maybe this is where we have identity. I'm on the conservatory map now, by the way. Maybe they enter from this top right side, and we have Shaith sitting here nonchalantly, planting something or at the bench, but it's actually identity. And then we're all set up in strategic locations out of sight, and we're ready to ambush him once he hits a certain point. Do we like that? What do we think about that?
How far away is the conservatory from the hangar?
Or more so, how far? I guess, for you to get here?
Yeah.
Brendan? I guess
God.
you're just laying the traps, so you should be able to get here
Oh, I'll have
before
plenty of
he's
time.
done. Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah,
Brendan?
I think so. Yeah, I think you have time.
Okay. So, and you could come in like the other side entrance or whatever. But what do we think about that plan? Do we like that? Lure him into here, have identity sitting there as Shaith so that he knows, wait for him to get to a certain point, maybe hit one of the trip mines, it blows up, we all jump out, I make a volcano on him, we go to fucking work.
Okay.
I got an A-OK. What do we
Yeah.
think?
No, I'm
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
for it.
Dylan? Okay, cool. Okay, so
Oh,
I'm gonna
sorry,
say...
I was just lost thinking
you-
about my poor old lady friend and her beautiful garden.
I think
Gonna
she'll
be a
probably like to
walk.
have Sinjin dead. Maybe I won't. I don't have to spawn a volcano off the rib. I can do like an ice storm or something, Maybe cause some plant damage, but not like structural damage.
I was gonna say ice storms are notoriously better for plants than volcanoes are.
I think I would argue they are if it's versus volcanoes, volcano's like permanently destroying the ground, but like an ice storm like thaws out.
And
Let's
love
I don't
try
know.
around.
Pernix, do
Changes.
you mind piping down this old lady just to make her feel better about the situation?
Sure, come back here. with
Playback
me.
will
Give
be
me about
paused
10
soon due
minutes.
to inactivity. No, I'm still here. That's weird. Okay, lure Sinjin to conservatory. Have identity waiting on other side. Draw him in. Bomb goes off. We start the fight.
Pernix pipes down old lady.
Bang,
We win.
bang.
Step 7 is
Bang,
we
bang.
win. Okay, so let me read through our plans again,
Oh, damn.
and then we can decide where we want to go from there.
Himself.
Land in
Oh,
cargo
snap.
bay. They land in the cargo bay. Get Sinjin and his crew to the elevator and stairs of King Dragor. Guards, and that's Zeldern doing that. Guards, King Dragor's guards and Rahul stay behind in the I just said it. Cargo bay, or the landing area, to disable the ship and set up traps. Dragor's guards try to limit the number of people on the elevator, and if that works, great. If it doesn't, okay. Then we lure the guards back to the hangar, and that's still up for discussion how we want to do that, but I think we can do it. We just have to decide how crazy we want to make it. They hit the traps and fight someone/something/some of us and die. We then lure Sinjin to the conservatory, have identity waiting on the opposite side that he's going to come from, walking towards. We draw him in. He hits a trap. Hopefully, we start the fight. We win. End of book. End of campaign. GG. No read. What do we think? We like this? At least something to go by until the moment hits and we have to change the plan?
Oh, the
Yep.
old man poops into the fan, and the fan just splatters it everywhere.
Wow.
Wait, can you repeat the step? So
Let me. I'll just.
after the step,
I'm gonna just.
let's direct
I'll-
Sinjin to the conservatory.
I'm going to put it in log keeping.
Okay, that works. Oh, okay. Step 7 is we win. All right.
That's an important fucking step.
Yeah,
We
don't you
can't
forget
skip
it.
step 7. Oh, I should add step 7 is we watch Sinjin's body after we kill him because the Phoenix tattoos are going to resurrect him, and then we kill him again, and then step 9 is we win.
Re-kill the final boss.
I have to imagine he doesn't have resilience and he's going to like spawn up and be like low health. We can just hit him again and then be done.
Yeah. It'll be like the NPCs in Skyrim and stuff when they get back up. It's like you can't kill this NPC. They have plot armor.
Centric, yeah.
How dare you?
Okay. I
Scum.
am going to use the restroom real quick, but I have my headset on. We're waiting to hear back from people now. And we have to decide, there's 2 things we have to decide, 3 I guess. Where we want Winterborn and company to be, where we want Goblins and Adani to be, and then how we want to draw the guards back to the cargo bay. So those are like 3 kind of up in the air things.
Also, with regards to the detonators, it does sound like each of the detonators only detonates one specific grenade. So they said that like you could have 2 detonators, you could have a detonator in each hand, and you could set off 2 grenades at the same time. And then as your move action, you could draw 2 more and set off 2 more. So you could set off like 4 grenades in a round, theoretically, by doing that, which really isn't that much different than like throwing the grenades individually. But I would argue that if you had enough grenades to make an explosive trap, you could try to mimic like one of these traps that they've got in the game. And like just do an engineering check to try and pile all your grenades together to make this make it like a specific trap. Like I'll post it in log keeping as well.
I don't think we were looking at detonators. I think we were looking at
No,
The-
proximity switch.
proximity switch,
Yeah.
Jim,
Which is
are
like
you
a
pressing the
claymore.
detonator?
And
gotta- it-
collectively, we have about 20,000 credits.
It rolls a perception check on its, like it rolls a perception check, and if there's something within 5 feet, then it just explodes, and you can just attach that to an explosive device. So we attach a proximity switch to a grenade. If someone gets near it, it rolls a check to see if it detects it, and then it blows up. I don't think we were doing detonators. We were setting up like almost like claymores all over the place, or like trip mines. Right?
Yeah, but it says when arming a primary explosive charge while performing demolitions. I feel like that's a thing.
Did you look at the proximity switch, like what it said?
That's what I just read to you.
Okay, I didn't know. I was just
But
asking.
you stupid.
Yeah, single-use
so you
device.
can
Did you
use-
actually read it?
You can
Classic
use
Boston.
engineering to arm explosive charges. But that's like to break through like a.
No, because it says automatically an armed switch observes its surroundings with blind sight vibration, automatically attempting perception checks with bonus equal to 8 times its mark. Detect anything moving within 5 feet. If the device detects movement from a tiny or a larger creature or object, it detonates the explosive charge and is destroyed in the process.
Oh shoot, but he's probably a medium creature, so it's
No,
not gonna
tiny or
work.
larger.
Yeah, no, it's tiny or large.
Tiny or larger. So
So,
everything above
Oh,
tiny.
but it says it detonates as explosive charges. So grenades are not like explosive charges are a specific type of thing. It's saying you can arm a primary explosive charge while performing demolitions. Demolitions is a rule for like what you can use. It's one of the things you can use engineering for.
You can install a proximity switch into the explosive charge instead of programming a detonator to activate the charge. Isn't that what the check was? Was to program a detonator?
Okay, so what I'm hearing is it's gonna take an engineering check to do
Yeah,
it.
as a standard action, you can arm a proximity switch with a 1-minute countdown, or you can do the detect anything within 5 feet.
What you guys have are not explosive charges.
Oh, okay. How much are explosive charges?
It just depends on what kind you want, I guess. Anywhere from
Mm.
35.
What are they
credits
called?
To 115,000 credits. Explosive charges.
Oh, I guess where are they in weapons?
No, it's just its own page.
Are you not in Hephaestus?
No.
Okay, that's okay. I'll have to find it. I only look at Hephaestus now. Okay, there's breaching charges.
Yeah, that's the lowest tier.
And we are wanting to breach his rib cage, so
Hmm.
that might apply.
He's right, you know.
I could have sworn I read. Maybe I need to find the right thing. I could have sworn I read that you just kind of attach it and make any explosive into that. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, that's kind of what we've been operating under.
Well, that's what I thought I read.
That's how the detonators work.
So the detonators do work with just grenades, but because we're using a proximity switch, we need to use a different sort of
So the
explosive.
thing is, like, the detonators are, like they only trigger one at a time. Like, that was the thing they were talking about.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, yeah, that's
Because it's
fine.
a
We
quick
don't
action.
need it. I mean, if we just bought the proximity switch Mark 1s, they're only 80, so we don't. I was just curious if we could do a bunch together, but that wasn't like a make or break thing. That wasn't the important part necessarily.
yeah, so it looks like the purpose of explosive charges are to, like, break down buildings and stuff, which is really cool that they have rules for that, but I don't think that's obviously not what you guys are trying to do. Unless you
could
wanna
break
apply
down-
I mean, but the way
Yeah, we
it
could
talks
pull
about
that
proximity
Actually, sounds
switches
better.
is like it detects something, a movement, and then explodes like a claymore. So like, there's got to be something that we're missing about it doing damage. Like, there'd be no reason to have a charge that blows up. I mean, I guess you could have a building that blows up when someone walks by it, but
That sounds rad.
I guess it's just Havoc Charge. Havoc Charge says that it damages structures and bystanders alike. Where did I see that? Fuck. Yeah, I just assumed explosive. Okay, yeah, it does say explosive charges are tools designed for careful installation and detonation, but they can be thrown as improvised weapons with the explode 5 feet weapon special property and a range increment of 10 feet, dealing damage equal to their item level. Wait, so they just do 2 damage?
Yeah, on a
4
success, the
damage?
explosion also causes collateral damage, dealing fire and piercing damage equal to twice the explosive charge's mark to all creatures and objects adjacent to the structure. Reflex for half, and then fills the damaged area with smoke, dust and smoke that grant concealment for 1 round. What I was basically saying is, like, if you want to argue that you can use these proximity switches together with your grenades to build an explosive trap like the one I listed here, that's the way I think you guys should be going.
But we could still set it up to be a proximity, or do we need to like manually blow it up?
I mean, it's a trap. Like that traps are proximity set. I mean,
Oh, okay.
in
When the
this
trap
case,
detects a living creature. Okay.
in this case, it's thermal, but yours would be sent.
Whatever
you know,
it is.
it'd be tactile. You know, because you're using a tripwire instead.
Okay.
But I don't know, like what kind of damage do your grenades do?
Just I don't even know. I mean, I've just got shitty grenades. I was just gonna throw these random
Got
cheap proximity
incendiary
things
and
on.
frag is what I have.
I have a frag too. Frag does 2d6 piercing.
2d6. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I would argue as long as you can get up to that, if you've got enough grenades to get up to that 8d12 somehow, then you could pile all those grenades together and use an engineering check to bundle them into one of these traps, basically.
I have a level 4 grenade.
It's like,
66.
I mean, I guess at that point we have to decide where we want this trap to be. Do we want it to be with the guards? Because we're only gonna have enough for 1 trap now.
Right.
you think you're only got enough for one?
Yeah, I mean, I only have a
Are you-
single
I don't
grenade.
know.
No, we
grenades you
have
guys have.
we have plenty of funds. We can buy grenades.
That's fair. I guess I guess this is the end. I just don't see
This
as
is
much
the end,
value
bro.
in it. Yeah.
This is the end.
I mean, we can. I'll give my grenade to someone. I just won't. I can just put back my proximity switch to sell it.
I mean, if you want to make a single grenade into a trap, I don't see any reason why you couldn't also do that. It won't be like the level 9 trap that does like 8d12
Oh,
damage or
okay.
whatever. But
Yeah, I mean that's what I just planned on. I plan on just a little bit of damage to set someone off.
But I would say it probably still would be engineering checks to put them together.
Yeah, that's what I had to do whenever we set up that ambush.
We just take 20 on that if we have like weeks that we're waiting, or like a week that we're waiting to set this
Yeah,
off.
I mean, arguably. Well, are you gonna have the grenades or the traps set up the whole time? Or are you gonna
No.
be setting them up in a hurry?
I figured setting them up in a hurry. Are we doing engineering checks to set them up? Like to set them? I figure like we put it together now, and then when we're ready to go set it down, we go plop it down.
No, I think it's when you're actually placing them.
Okay. Well, in that
Yeah,
case,
you
I
can't
will
move
not
them.
be anywhere near where it's placing it, and I have shitty engineering, so I will. If someone wants to add another frag grenade 2 and another proximity switch to their sheet.
I'm decent at engineering. It's only a plus 12, so like not
That's-
great, but
That's twice as good as it is for me.
I'm taking them off my sheet now.
Yeah.
I'm selling them for 0. Actually, I just click remove. Okay. So someone has that.
Some boots.
Yep. That's when we got.
I saw it. It was great.
Okay, how are we feeling? Good, bad, the ugly?
So what I'm hearing is Schmitty, you are going to be placing.
I think we
Uh,
do one
placing-
trap in the conservatory, like one of whatever our best trap is, the conservatory, and then any and all other traps that we want to just set up in the general area of the cargo hold after the ship's disabled and the guards are on their way there. That's kinda
Okay,
what I was
so I'm
thinking.
still on that duty doing that stuff
Yeah, so
with
I
just
think
regular grenades.
You just do those, and then we can have Schmitty try to set up this other trap in the conservatory that he hits once he, I don't know, he reaches like, you know, halfway to, or wherever we want him to get attacked at. That work?
Okay.
Works for me.
Cool.
Do we still want me to get the warning wire? I guess we could use that warning wire like at a certain place for me that would let me know when to start arming the trap.
Yeah.
Um, Make sure, I don't think it had anything special to have a silent warning.
It does. Yeah, no, nothing special. It just can be set to like a loud alarm,
Or
or
data
it can be
pad
set
instead.
to go
Cool.
to your data pad.
Yeah, then I'll do that. Cool. I will do that then.
Once we have our rough idea of the plan, I would want to go up to King Dregor and kind of let him in on the plan. That way he can have his guards clear out civilians from those general areas to avoid any crossfire.
Yeah, I mean, King Dragor's biggest thing throughout this whole process is that he wants as little risk as possible to his men and his
Yes.
people. So like he's obviously
totally
willing to evacuate people as much as possible, but he's like, you know, my guards are not going to stand up to Lord St. John's soldiers like if they don't have to, because I don't want to lose my guys in the fight that you
Yeah.
guys have brought to
Yeah.
us. You know.
Okay.
Fair
So we
and
won't-
valid.
We won't use them to draw him back
They-
and to fight them, which I
Yeah.
think lends more to us using the Defrexes. What
Yeah,
do we
so,
think? How is the door? What's it like to get into the cargo bay? Is it like a single door you have to go in to get into that area? Like, could we, for say, once they come in, have the goblins hiding off to the side and disable the door so they're stuck in the cargo bay? Is that a
Yeah.
possibility? Based on this image, it looks like
Probably
it would be,
possible.
but
Yeah.
okay. So, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. We have Adani and I can never remember her fucking husband's name. Adani's just such an easy...
Amalar Gravinda.
Yeah, Kamala.
Joseph.
Maybe we just have them sitting on their ship, and once the doors lock, they let
It's
go.
it's like a private. This is like a private bay. Like it's only gonna fit one ship.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought this fit like 5 ships. Okay, I was misrepresenting the size. I thought one would go like right in here and here and here and here and here.
Brendan, I have a
Yeah.
weapon that I would like to get. And the price is 0.
Price
Oh.
is 0.
It is the Honor Bringer. It's a level 20 item. It does 13d12.
That doesn't seem right.
I feel like it's probably one of those like legendary things that it's like
Oh, you're not supposed to be
you
able
can
to
only get in certain instances.
Okay.
Probably part
Yeah,
of
it's
one of the
0
other
because it's
things.
priceless. Because there's only one of them.
hmm
This unique 6-bladed Dashko-like weapon was bestowed upon Ishavok the Farsighted by
There's a lot
Damoritosh
to it.
himself. Yeah, that was literally Damoritosh is like the Vesk's deity, like the war deity,
hmm
to
Oh,
aid
yeah.
the Emperor in his conquest of the Vesk homeworld.
Available at your local Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Okay. Well, if we can't get another ship in here, I'm gonna need someone else to spit out ideas because I'm shit out of luck. I misread the size of this cargo bay.
Why you don't just want to lead the Defrexes to that room and just let them loose?
I mean, we can. I was just trying to avoid any good people being in contact with Defrexes as much as possible.
No,
My
you said
thought
the
was-
Defrexes are tame.
Well, I don't know. I said I thought they could be tamed. If we think we can lead them in safely, that's great. But I had intended to just open a door to a ship and let them run out. But if there's only one ship,
Well,
that's
there's a
fitting
lot
in
of
here-
boxes in here. What if we just put them into these cargo containers?
Still
They'll be
involves
fine
us.
for a little while.
Still involves someone leading them somewhere. I mean, as long as we think that Adani and what's his face can do it, that's fine. But is that what we
If
wanted?
you want that to be your plan?
I don't know. what do we want our plan to be? How do we want to deal with these guards once we get them in here? Or do we just want to fucking hope they can't figure out how to open up the door and just leave them in here? Just lock the door behind them with their ship destroyed. Then a boo boo, stick your head in doo doo. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I really if we can actually get it, but I would like the goblins to come and just fuck shit up on their ship.
They definitely are. I mean, the ship's disabled. King Drago's
Yeah.
guards and Rahul are disabling the ship. Like that's already
Right,
done.
but
By
I
the time
mean,
they
like,
get back.
continuously disable it so that they can't escape. But
I mean, I don't think we want the goblins to be stuck in here with them. I think they would die pretty easily.
I guess that's fair.
I think
You'll
we're
hold the
disabling
plane
it. Like
like
it's
that
not.
soon.
They're not just like we're not just like turning it off. Like it will be disabled. They are not getting away. So
Friends, it's
Maybe.
been an honor to serve with you. It hurts so
It's so,
bad.
so cold. So cold.
Surely
What a
there is.
beautiful place
Although,
to go.
surely there is some way of locking down the door, because like.
I think there is. I think Brendan said we
a
could use the
place-
goblins to lock down the door. Like I think that's what we're doing.
Right. So I guess I'm just not worried about that. If we can do that, I'm not too worried about it. But
Like not worried about incapacitating them. Just like leave them locked in the room and hope they can't get out.
oh, I guess I'm thinking of them leaving the station.
No, they are not. The ship will be disabled and they will be stuck in the cargo bay. Just the question is, do we want to kill them in the cargo bay, or do we just want to leave them in there and go fight Sinjin and then have to deal with them later? Or do we want to have the crew of the Wintermorn in here to fight all the guards?
That might work.
I mean, it certainly can. We can ask them. Have we heard back from any of the... I don't know how long it's been, Brendan. I know we're just sitting here bullshitting about the plan, but
Well,
do we
that's, I
eventually
mean, I
hear
kind of
back?
want you guys to let me know when you think you're done with the planning part, so we can move forward with the rest
Well,
of it.
I think part of the planning involves us asking these characters if they are able and willing to do the things that we want them to do. So I don't know if we're entirely done with planning until we hear back from everyone.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to wait until they show up and talk to them, we could do that. We can move on to that.
Is that where we're at, guys, you think? Talk to the goblins, see if they think they can disable this door. Talk with the Wintermorn, see if they think that they're willing to take on some guards.
This
Talk
seems
with the
we seem to
Donnie,
have
see if she
yeah,
can maybe get
covered
the
our
Defrexes
end.
in here.
yeah.
There's definitely some waiting room in there, right? Like the wait to get to, like how much time is passing between us. Like, all right, here's the plan, and then us getting to like them being here and we're
Yeah.
us talking
Oh
about
yeah,
what's
yeah,
going
yeah,
on. Like how much time?
I don't
After
know.
like a day or so.
Probably a couple days, I'd imagine, for us to hear back after we sent the
Yeah.
message.
Krenix is going to the club. Any clubs that are nearby?
We'll roll a perception check on some bitches. Oh my god, is this blessed?
Damn right it is.
Oh, I don't even assume it's the actual song. I just assume it's blessed.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
Just so you know, Schmitty, you are missing out on the music.
Oh, it's okay. I've got a bunch of other things going on, so. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so we just wait. We're chilling. I think I used this time to actually go and buy all the stuff that I said we bought.
Which
and
was
just like my Aeon Stone and
Oh, yeah.
all that stuff. Like, I know I already decided all of it, but I want to. This
Yeah,
is when I would
Krenix
RP
is
go
partying
and
it
buy
up like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah. I probably Uber's probably goes to the gym and is he thinks he's already pretty solid with all the magic, but he's kind of training with the chain and trying to keep control over his symbiote on his arm.
This is Krenix. This is a gift to the campaign.
Why isn't everybody so excited? Yeah. Okay. So I mean, if we want to say that we're done thinking about it and we want to start moving towards talking, like getting to the next stage of the plan, that's fine.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So I would say first person to respond is Tarika.
Okay.
So, it's gonna be along the lines of there, gang. Glad to be hearing from you. Or glad you're all still in one piece. And she's like, I don't know. You think the Golden Company would have enemies after decades of being in the mercenary business? She's like, I'm gonna try and get a hold of some of your old friends and as many new allies as I can, and see if we can cause some disruptions over their intergalactic network. She's like, hopefully, the group that comes out to meet you will be a lot smaller. As long as we can create a big enough distraction elsewhere in the chain.
That's
like,
a good
"I
idea.
hope." She's like, I hope that all of you are careful. She's like, I want to see every single one of yous come out on the other side unscratched. She's like, but
Well, that's one of us.
Even you, critics.
she's like, but if you don't, I'll miss you. She said, this has been the best partnership of my short life. Shan and I won't forget you. And she kind of like salutes
Honor
the camp, and then it kind of fades away.
Why you talk like this is end of game? This is still life for you, right?
This is the end of the game.
I just
Awesome.
lost it.
Okay,
Thanks,
cool.
Brendan. I just lost the game. Oh, that's great.
Damn it! Years.
Years? You say the word end game like on a daily basis.
Yeah, but I don't
You're
think
just
about the
"Right,
game."
End game? End game?
Brendan,
I don't
Brendan,
think about the
Brendan,
game.
Brendan, you know about the game? Does Brendan know
Yeah,
the
I know
game?
about
Brendan
the
knows the
game,
game.
yeah.
Okay, good. Thank God.
I'm supposed to proclaim I just lost the game after
Yeah.
you say
Yeah.
something about it out loud.
Yep.
Only if you think about it.
Lost the game.
Well,
Alright.
I don't think you can hear somebody say the game and not think about the game.
That's true.
That
But
would
I
be a
also
really
think I hear
tough call.
Endgame all the time and don't think about the game. So.
Up
There's
here.
also that book. There's also that book that came out that made all those dorks wear scarves and stupid hats. Y'all know about that?
Ender's Game? I don't...
What was
No,
I
it's
gonna
just
say?
called The
I don't-
Game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a book
I
that
definitely went
somebody
to Ender's
wrote.
Game, and I was like, man, now I can't watch that movie without
I
thinking
was
about
like,
the
what?
game.
What
great.
created hipsters? I don't know what you're referencing here.
No, it's like neckbeards that had stupid like fedoras. You know, like the neckbeards that are like Milady and that had the stupid little
like
hats.
the really fat ones?
Yeah, yeah, it's where that
Yeah,
culture
I
came
got
from.
you.
With his chicken
Yeah.
thingies.
I got you. now.
Jeez. Guys, you're
I have an image in my head. I know exactly what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
have an image
yeah.
in my head. Yeah,
I can
that
see
guy,
that,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Milady.
Sad. All right.
Uh,
Okay, so Tarika messaged you guys. That's kind of the once over that she gives you guys.
Yep.
And then I think the next the next day, the next morning, there's a familiar ship on the horizon. It looks like a ranching vessel,
Oh.
and it comes and it comes down, and it's just it's Carmel Gravino, and he's like, "Well, hiya there, folks." And he's like, I heard you ordered some Death Rexes. And so he's got like 4 of these beasts just kind of hulking out of the
Fuck
back
yeah.
of the thing. And he's got like his cowboy hat on and his little bowler tie, and he like whistles really loud and then like snaps, and they all just kind of like sit there like they're like waiting for a treat.
They're well
So
trained.
he's like-
Well trained.
All right, all right.
this is
And he's like,
wonderful.
"No,
That's great.
I
Where
only
is the
brought
Donnie?
enough food to keep them fed for a couple of days. So after that, they're gonna get real cranky.
That's
great.
I just
Where-
had an idea.
Is Adani back on the ship? Or,
Oh yeah, she's taking care of things on the ship. She didn't want to come off and say hello to you guys for some reason.
I'll go say hello.
Critics disappears into the bowels of the ship immediately.
Great prop
Like,
comedy there.
A thought just crossed my mind.
Uh-huh.
Are these like cargo bays like adjacent to each other? There's like bang, 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 bang.
Sure.
Can we like cut a hole in the wall to the right and like make it sneaky? But then like we break open the wall and the Death Rexes come
Peephole?
roaring in.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's probably a couple of different ways that you guys could engineer or like or even just hide them in that chamber.
Or
so
just
that
hide
they'd
them
be
in
there.
there. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what somebody said. Somebody said supply
Just like the
crates.
boxes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like a large enough supply crate will hold a Defrex, so you just have 4 crates.
We just have to
sitting in
have
the
some
corner that
way
just-
to open it and like let them
Well,
come
you can
out. Too.
remotely open them, probably, can't you? I mean,
I don't
like,
know. I mean,
this is
can
the
we, God?
future.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if you have access to the computer system, I would imagine that you could
Your
probably
world.
like make 4 crates open
Okay,
up on command.
cool. That's what we're gonna do then. We're gonna hide Defrexes in here,
Okay.
lock the door, weld it shut, and let out the fucking Defrexes.
Oh, that's amazing.
All right, and last
Mm-hmm.
but not least, you see a ship fly over, and then like kind of like stealth mode, and then like descend into the forest, and you hear a familiar voice. It's like, "Hey, Chupa." She's like, "This is Niva Rovo, captain of the Wintermorn." And she's like, "You called for assistance."
And we'll
you
respawn
later.
and just like fill her in on the entire plan.
See you later.
And I don't think right now with the Defrexes we have a specific spot we want this crew. So I think when shit inevitably goes wrong, we use them as like our backup, right? Is that what we're thinking? Like, oh shit, the guards didn't go where we wanted them to. They ended up here. Can you go help us take them out? You know, we're getting overrun in the conservatory. Can you try to fly over and help us out? Like, they're just kind of an extra to
They
help
like
us.
like is their whole crew sprinkled throughout the area to get to places quicker? Like one of
I
them
mean, we
still on the
can.
ship, or like all of them together?
I mean, they just landed, so I don't know.
If
I'm
you
just
don't
saying, like
mind,
during
We
the
can.
plan.
We don't have a
This is-
place for them in the plan right now, so we're kind of deciding where we want them.
myself and Nimelith can make ourselves scarce and hide amongst the crowds. He's like, but I would prefer if Jinx and Dizzy stay with the ship to provide air support if necessary.
If that's what you think is best, I think that works. So we have 2 of them
Wait.
sprinkled in the crowd, ready to help, and then we have 2 of them on the ship, ready to help if it takes to the skies for some reason.
Isn't Dizzy a robo dog? Or is,
No,
or is
Dizzy is
Dizzy
the
the dragon?
Someone has a
the
robot
Dragon
dog.
King. Digit is his robot,
Yeah, that's
Digit. Oh, okay.
Dizzy and Digit.
and
Sorry,
it was
it says-
Squawks
It says Dizzy is both on the NPC runway.
on someone's very old notes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Okay. It's like a
Okay.
3-year-old campaign at this point.
I want to say Winter lands. Be on ship to.
Yeah, you should just scroll backwards up through the NPC runway and see all the people.
That's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's supposed to be his robot's supposed to be named Digit. But
Just fall back in love with these three just
those 3 adorable
Lovely.
goblins.
lovely little goblins. I swear, if they die at any point, I'm self-exploding. Just
That's true. Yeah, I kind of forgot. As soon as they get
Oh,
there,
God.
like the goblins would have come with Carmelar and Adani, and they're just like,
oh,
Turn off Crisp.
oh,
Turn off Crisp.
no,
None of that came through.
Crisp.
drag it.
Chris.
Crisp ate all of that.
Oh my gosh! Where is Happy Rat?
and they like come running them up. They're like, trying to
Oh
find-
no! I'm like,
they all have this,
he's back on the ship.
With the gods now.
Mm.
He's back on the
Yeah, so
ship,
they-
and you probably won't be able to find him, but you will be able to hear him.
I like to imagine that he's got like a representation that appears to you guys very like Halo
It's like him.
Cortana-esque.
Yeah.
But then like it just keeps disappearing
Original.
from like the monitors like right before the goblins get there, and they're like running around the corridors like,
Mr. Rat, where are you?
And I kind of yell over at him. I'm like, Boog, Fleagreed, Rattlesnarp, come here. And I go, it's
And they
good
come
to
hither.
hear your voices. And I was like, I have an important task for you. Do you think you're up for it?
Of course!
Okay.
Of course.
And
We
like,
thought that was the captain.
and I like
Why
bring
are
him.
you giving orders now?
He's sleepy. And I'm like,
Oh.
I lead them over to this door here, like we're on the outside, and I'm like, some bad guys, some bad people are going to leave this area, but then some of them are gonna come back. And when they come back, we need you to shut this door.
With a wrench.
No. We need you to shut this door and
2
don't
wrenches.
let it open. Lock it. Weld
Oh.
it shut. No one gets in, no one gets out. Do you think you can do that?
We get to use the welder?
If
There's
you
no
want.
way they still use
Oh
welding.
god. Oh
There's-
Jesus.
That's so barbaric.
They're gonna blind themselves.
They just it's like as soon as you say that in the background, you see like Fleagrebe like lighting one up. It's just like puts
Ready to
on the
go.
goggles, and
He's
it's
got
just like,
a acetylene torch just ready to.
that's right.
I go, yep. We're gonna lock them in there, and then we're gonna let your friends, the Defrexes, meet them.
Oh. Hi, Captain. I
All
can
right.
hear you.
Now you stay here for the next 3 days. Don't move.
So they're like, oh, the quiet game. You know, we had to play that the whole way here on the ship.
No, I imagine we just have
Fair.
them in the adjacent cargo hold, just kind of waiting and chilling.
Yeah.
But then we need to talk to Adani and Carmelar, and basically let them on the plan. We're like, after Sinjin and his guards land, we need you to bring the Defrexes in and hide them in these cargo containers. Do you think you can lead them there?
Well, of course.
Excellent.
I always say a happy Defrex is a tame Defrex.
Absolutely.
I
Now,
imagine
are they
That
tame
sounds
enough?
like a slaver's point of view.
Now that they're tame, do we still have a way to make them, in the nicest way possible, wild and deadly?
He says, well, I can tame the Defrexes, but I sure as hell can't take the wild out of them, if that's what you mean.
Excellent. And I give him
You know,
100
some
credits.
People right.
I'm just like, I'm sure that should cover the cost of your 4 magnificent beasts dying.
Wait, you're going to kill them?
I'm not
Not if
going
they
to,
do
and
their
then
job.
I walk away. I just subtracted
Well,
100
in
credits.
the,
I actually gave him 100 credits.
Skedaddle.
in the like the cinematic side of this, you know, he just informed him of the plan, and then it just cuts to a bedroom, and it just sees Krenix and Adani getting dressed, and he's just like, anyway, so we're going to get these Defrexes and put them in a crate.
I thought it was gonna cut to a MacGruber scene, which yeah.
I'm gonna shoot
I'm a
him.
little modest. I cut to after.
Exactly. No. All right, yeah, so I think the plan is pretty well in place. Is there any other...
Okay, so we are going to. So we know what happens when the guards get back to the ship and get back into this room. How do we want to get them there? Do we let a feed get through that shows the Defrexes causing trouble in there? Do we impersonate someone and say
I
there's
say we
trouble going up the
impersonate
ship?
Yeah, I say we
Impersonate a guard and
St.
call
John.
him? Now, I don't know about
think St. John's
impersonating.
He's the
Yeah.
only one that's going to be able to control the guards, realistically. I mean, come on. If they're
Okay,
going to be
so
going
we say
off
something
post,
like when Sinjin gets up there, we call down and we act like, you know, King Dregor acts like there's trouble in the cargo bay. I'm going to be just fine here. King Dregor has my back or something. Go back to the cargo bay and see what the trouble is. I don't want to get stuck on this godforsaken place or something like that.
yeah, be like, have him be annoyed and just have them be like, oh yeah, we don't want to piss off this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that enough.
Yeah,
We just
I'm fine
have to
with
make
that.
sure we succeed that. That's a huge check. Like that's
That
like
is
a
big.
Do it.
that's like a bottle cat worthy check. That's everything we can do to sound like Sinjin level check. Because if we fail that,
That's a bluff,
then
right?
Well, we have
right then and
identity.
there. That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know if identity does the identity mimic voices too, Brendan? Is that like part of
I
the
mean, she
ability?
can completely take on
Yeah.
the form of something, and she's got a plus 27 in bluff.
Okay, cool.
Oh, there you go.
Well, that works. So yeah, we have her do that, or them do that, and but if that fails again, like and it doesn't sound like it will, but if that does, like we're gonna have to fight them at the elevator and stuff. Like it's all like shit's gonna go like it's gonna go south right there. So we just have to be aware that that's a big check and help out in every way that we can. So But yeah, I think as long as we give everyone a day to get into positions and prepare everything and good to go. But I think the next morning maybe we go and let Dregor know that he needs to start clearing out those areas, and then we have Zeldern make the call, right? Like, I think this is it. We're in the end game now.
So
We're in the end of the game now.
Yeah. And Brennan's just been
As-
sitting here
as-
knowing how things are gonna go, more or less.
Yeah,
As-
hearing
as-
our plans and just snickering.
As the book calls it, the Gilded Cage is set.
Well,
Okay.
Book 6 is the Gilded Cage, so you're trying to trap a very expensive quarry.
So
you've got
a
an
white
pelt.
a hole in the, or I guess we just decided that he could just leave the Defrexes in the front, like this main door, no problem, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The cargo, the cargo, like I don't know if he brought 4, we put 2 here, 2 over here. Those are emptied and ready to go, so that can be done as quick as possible. Dylan, maybe on this map, you mark however many traps you want to set and what they are somehow. Like, make marks on the map, kind of where you're thinking you want them to be, so
Yeah.
that that's good to go. Obviously, we're not
Probably
setting
around
them yet.
doorways.
And maybe even you're hiding in one of the cargo, like the other cargo bays. Like maybe you and the guards are hiding in the other cargo bays or something for when they land. I don't know. Whatever's best. I'd leave that up to the guards because they seem to, be ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to, and I can also disguise myself as one of the royal guards of,
Yeah,
King
I feel like
Dregor.
that's. Oh, okay. Yeah. That works.
yeah, so that I'm not standing out with them because they're going to be around. This is their home turf, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be one of them.
Damn it. Here we go.
But I don't feel
That's-
like we need to be in the hangar whenever they land. We are going into the hangar after they leave,
Okay.
so there's no reason for us to be in there already.
Potential issue. He leaves guards at the ship to guard the ship while they're gone. How do we approach that? We just fight them right away? Or do we want to say, not necessarily like triggering an action or preparing an action, that if he does leave guards, as soon as they're gone, we start the signal jammer? I just hope
If
that
he does
everyone-
leave guards, I can try to do a bluff of some sort against them
I think
to give
you're
us like
not.
an edge.
I think only Dylan's here. I mean, you could be there, but I think only
Oh,
right now-
okay.
Only Dylan is staying here. We are in the conservatory preparing for Sinjin to get there. And hopefully for Dylan to join us in time by the time Sinjin gets there. But I think we just have Rahul guarding in here and getting the traps set up and being present with the guards.
All right.
You guys haven't talked about it at all. Where do you want the actual Shaith to be?
I think
Should we
she's
find this at
hiding.
all?
I think she's...
Yeah,
I don't-
she's not part of it.
He's in a broom closet on the 4th
Because
floor.
I don't think she wants to
Yeah.
fight. It doesn't sound like she's kind of done with all that life.
She doesn't
think-
even need to be here.
I think
you
the
can be off planet.
identity
She
and
doesn't
her
even
get
need
together
to
so she
be
can
here. Like,
take over for. I guess we can go talk to her. Maybe
put a
we go.
bucket on her head.
I'm just more along the lines of thinking like where are you gonna put her so that you know that Sinjin couldn't find her if you wanted to.
That's true. Just leave her in in a random room and
She's
you
just-
should
she's
get killed.
she's just on the concourse and she's like, oh fuck, like you guys didn't tell me you're starting.
Sorry.
Sinjin walks across,
Heads
shoots
up.
her in the head, walks back to his ship, flies away.
Little did
Nah.
they know I set a nuke
I-
off on the ship.
I see no reason she should be here. There's far too much
Shouldn't
to
Be
lose.
on the asteroid. She
from
should be
here.
gone.
Yeah, just put her on a random rock in space. She needs to be nowhere.
I feel like I'm sure she probably has some sort of ship that she can be completely off the asteroid for this, and then whenever if she hears from us by this time, afterwards, then come on back. If she doesn't hear from us, then she's already off and has a little bit of a head start.
like flee throughout the galaxy once again. We've
Mhm.
lost your home, and all of us have been brutally murdered.
Oh,
Maybe. Hope not.
I won't have to worry about it.
That's true. Fuck, that's true. All right, you feeling good about this?
Better than when we were starting.
Okay,
Mhm.
good. Only took us a couple hours to really iron out those details.
Took us the whole session
I
just
am,
to make sure we
I'm
knew where we
glad
were.
to say that this is for sure our last session. Like we're gonna play for the next 10 hours. No, okay.
No, we're not master tacticians. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, yeah, no. I'm excited to see how this works out. for
Yeah,
you
how it comes
guys.
to fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interested
we'll
to see
see.
if there's any curveballs that get thrown your way, but I'm just
excited
gonna
for
play
the
the book.
purpose.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
play it
that's your
based
job.
on how this is supposed to go.
You
And
gotta
then,
do the cooking by the book, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
we'll see how your
Or else
guys'
your cake will end up messy.
mhm.
caveats alter the course of destiny here. But I think was one last of piece of business, one last piece of order. I think all of your characters would probably level up to level 13.
Hey,
yeah.
yo.
That's my shit.
And this is,
So
in the nicest way possible, this is our final level up. So
mhm.
everything you do would probably be in order to help the upcoming
Everyone-
plan.
Everyone multi-class.
Yeah, everyone multi-class in a level 1 of something else, obviously, because that's all you can do. You can't.
Everyone multi-class in level 1 of Technomancer because none of you guys have Technomancer and you never
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
which
We
one
really
you
are
want.
gonna need to be able to combine some junk together to make a level 1 grenade.
Yeah.
That's key here. No, okay. I'm gonna. Are we doing anything else?
Well, okay, so you guys will all level up. You will rest one final time, and then the events of the next day will start to unfold. So, do you want me to go ahead and go on to the monologue-y portion of this, so you guys can? And then you
I mean,
guys
it
can do
depends. Do
your
we
characters
want
afterwards?
to everyone talk about? I don't think it's fair to start monologuing before we do our level up, in case our level up,
All right,
in
I mean,
case
that's
like
fine.
the monologue like impacts what we want to do.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys do you for
So,
10 minutes then.
Yeah,
and
I'm
get
gonna
that
start.
figured out,
I'm just
and then-
gonna talk through my level up out loud
All right.
because I'm on
what
stream
if
with it.
I'm gonna mute. You guys talk about your level ups. Do your level ups. Plan for the next day, and then whenever you're ready, wave at me or something, and I'll come back.
Oh, so you're not even gonna listen to what we
Good.
have to say, so we can do whatever we want. Okay, don't watch the stream then. All right, I'm gonna take level. Let's just all. Hey, everybody, just market yourselves as level 20. Let's just really fuck with them. Let's just. He didn't specify we were only leveling up once. Let's just all round up to 20.
Level
Oh,
all the
Austin.
way up.
Oh, Austin. Okay, level
Damn
13
fool.
means I get one more level 3 spell and then 2 level 5 spells. My highest level spells to date. Okay, so I get one more level 3 spell. I want level 3. Capricious? How do you say that word? Capricious? Capricious cats. You conjure a pack of tiny whimsical cats that scamper and perch within 30 feet of you wherever you move. That sounds like it's definitely what I need to get. I'm gonna spawn a bunch of cats and it's gonna freak Brendan out. I'm gonna just probably go damage, right? Like, we just need damage. Dude, there are so many level 3 spells. Jesus tits. If anybody thinks of anything that I should take, like that you think would be useful. Spell redirection? When an ally within range is targeted by a non-harmless spell or spell-like ability, you can redirect the spell so it targets you instead. Okay, maybe not. If I was more beefy, maybe, but it's probably not a great idea to redirect spells to hit me instead.
I don't know. Give it a shot.
I could
Yeah,
take
tell us how
slow.
it goes.
Affected creature moves and attacks are drastically slowed. Take a single move action or a standard action each turn, but not both. It is a will save to negate. That's probably not super worth it. I really need things that don't have a save. I don't know, guys.
Hey, you guys remember the porcupine guy from X-Men: The Last Stand?
Yes, I absolutely do.
Yeah,
Hug them
that's
and
who's
then just-
playing. Yeah, that's Sinjin. That's Lord Sinjin.
Okay, that's
That's that
dumb.
actor. So that's what we're
radiate.
going up again.
Fuck, this always takes me so long to pick the spells. You magically transform a used battery into a powerful explosive device, propelling it straight in a straight line to a grid intersection within range, at which point it detonates, dealing 9d6 fire damage to all creatures and objects in the area. If you send the battery through a narrow opening, you must make a ranged attack. Okay, I'm gonna do that, I think, as my level 3. Just throw one of my batteries from the guns that I don't use and make it a grenade. Okay, now it's time for the level 5 spells. These are gonna be fucking nuts.
So I've got a possibility feat called Kip Up, where I can stand from prone as a swift action rather than a move action.
That's pretty dope.
I just don't feel like I've gone prone very often.
That's true. It's kind of hard to knock you down.
Especially since, yeah, because to do that as like a, what's the combat maneuver, you have to roll really fucking high.
I could take Radiation Ray. It's a fortitude save, but if it hits, it's 8d12 fire damage and exposed to high radiation.
I kind of like that.
Wow.
What's I do piercing.
Hailstorm. That's nuts. Creatures that enter or start their turn in the area during the first round of the spell take 68 cold damage and 7d8 bludgeoning damage. Okay, I'm going to take Embrace the Void as a 5th level. When you cast Embrace the Void as a 5th level spell, it deals 15d6 cold damage. And it's a fortitude for half, which is still a lot. Yeah, we're doing that. One more.
That's not a bad one.
Crush skull?
What do we know about Sinjin? Like, what sort of abilities does he have?
He's a dark elf. That helps.
Probably a mage of some sort.
Yeah, probably some sort of magic. I think it's hard to say though.
Okay. I'm getting exposure training, and so I'm thinking I get a +4 against compulsion effects and fear effects. Does that sound useful? Just in case he
Probably,
tries to
yeah, probably, yeah.
turn me against you guys, or makes me run away.
Hey, look, it's Sarah. Unravel magic. Oh, never mind, that's not good. Unwilling guardian.
Ooh, that's what I'm gonna do. Penetrating attack. Reduce your target's energy resistances and damage reduction by 5 against your weapon attacks.
Mm.
Or wait, hang on.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool.
But what? Oh, yeah, and damage reduction. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Fuck. Alright, I'm doing another level 5 spell called Crush Skull.
Rad.
Oh, I get one more level 1 spell too. Okay, that's not going to be anything super exciting, but we'll try it.
In order to get a Mark III ability crystal, I would need 75,000.
Probably not.
It just would have been really cool to bump my con all the way up to like to +5 and my strength to +5 and all that shit. Go 1, 2. I'm not gonna add any more to piloting because we're not gonna need it anymore.
I have all my spells. I also grabbed Helping Hands. I basically, each round the spell grants the target one additional move action that can be used to manipulate objects, such as to activate an item, draw a weapon, or reload a weapon. It gives you 2 more hands, basically. But it does not allow you to attempt multiple additional attacks. So it's just like 2 small hands spread out your sides, and you can use them to, like, you know, do spells and shit. Okay, I've got 4 skill ranks. Make sure you really think about your skills.
My engineering is now +15.
Nice. I'm gonna take 1 in mysticism, 1 in intimidate. I'm going to take 1 in 2 in bluff too, I guess. Okay. I get 1 more feat and then I'm done.
I got mine.
There's so many feats though. Fuck. Okay. Just do hurl ally, where I can pick one of you up and throw you.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna take lightning reflexes. +2 bonus to reflex saves. Simple, easy, useful.
I haven't taken deadly aim yet, and I'm thinking of taking it.
Terrible.
They use it a lot in androids and aliens.
How much stamina do you guys have now? Because I have a lot now, and I have to imagine you guys just have more.
I have more.
I have 143 stamina and 97 health.
143.
I have 104 stamina and 71 health.
It's not bad.
I'm 128 and 94.
Okay, I am done. So whenever you guys are ready, let me know, and I will wave at Brendan.
Trying to decide a feat.
I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna move my headset to a different port, but we're
Okay.
back. Can you hear me?
Yep. That we can.
Anyone?
Yes, you can't hear us though.
No, I can't hear you.
Correct.
Oh, that's fine. Try now.
Okay, I'm trying.
There we go.
Cool.
Moving my laptop and stuff, and since my headset uses a C port, and that's also what the docking system uses, I just have
Hell
to
yeah.
move them around if I plug it in or out. And this.
It's exciting. We're here. Playback is paused due to inactivity. I'm still here.
I will say I am ready.
Okay. What's your stamina and health, Dalton?
104 and 82.
Same stamina, but you have more health.
I am also ready, so.
Okay. All down to you, Dylan.
Well, I feel it. Hold on. I'm just about through the alphabet. I feel like I've made a decision, but I'm at the S's.
Why,
Yeah.
Dylan? We're all ready.
Choosing feats is definitely one of the hardest just because there's so much out there.
It's a little easier because it's just a combat feat this time.
That's
So-
yeah, same.
Messing makes me feel good. I can't wait to watch this Death Rex combat.
Should be fun. So yeah, I poured a bunch of skills into engineering for this level up
Nice.
since because normally I always update piloting because always want to do that, and then
Yeah.
I also normally do perception, but my perception's already pretty good, and we're not going to be piloting after this episode, so don't think it really matters. There
Ooh,
was one that I really liked where it was like, if you score a critical with a piercing weapon, then they're fatigued. Only my primary weapon is slashing, not piercing, so.
Damn. Bussin', 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 makes me feel good.
Okay, I think I found what I want to do.
Okay, I'm gonna give Brendan the wave.
And I'm gonna read it to you, for you guys.
Okay.
It's called Spring Attack.
Ooh, I think I've heard of this. Go on.
Yeah. As a full action, you can move up to your speed, which is 50 for me, and make a single melee attack or combat maneuver without provoking an attack of opportunity from the target of your attack. You can move both before and after your attack, but you must move at least 10 feet before the attack, and the total distance you move cannot be greater than your speed. You can use this ability to attack a foe that is adjacent to you at the start of your turn. If you have the trick attack feature, which I don't, you can take that move, trick action, whatever, instead of before, without provoking attack of
Yeah.
opportunity. So yeah, I can have my sword out, go and slash at him, and then move away, and then move back to my gun. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's dope. I like that.
doing that. Cool.
All right. I'm waving at Brendan.
Can't tell if he just is trolling
He's
you.
zoned. He's zoned. He'll look over. I'm trying to make more motion, change more pixels on his screen. There we go. He sees me.
Flash
Oh,
a
maybe?
light, maybe.
Yep, he's here.
Well,
Hello.
fuck you!
We did it. Level 13, baby.
There was this thing that we did in London a lot, and it's like he's like, this is for Oliver, peace, we like you, and this is for Austin.
Peace. Fuck you. That's true.
That was
We
good.
did do that.
Oh,
Here we go!
yeah. I mean, you guys feel like you've set a plan in motion here. So you guys give Zeldrin the okay?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Call
I think we should have
Sinjin.
at least one more session where we just really hash it out.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
All right,
So
cool.
it won't be immediate, obviously. Like it's still gonna take Sinjin time to formulate a plan and get to where you guys are. So there'll probably be a couple days of prep work in there too, where you guys are kind of trying to figure out last steps and make sure everybody's in
Logistics, yeah.
place and well rehearsed on the plan. But we're gonna go to this palace that's set on the ring in Triaxis, perfectly in between summer and winter. It's
Mm.
just this all black palace with like a tall, tall obelisk at the front of it. And we're kind of like slowly zooming in, and you go all the way inside onto this singular throne in this pristine throne room, where Sinjin sits alone. His fortress has every manner of protection upon it, technological, magical, physical. I mean, like it's an impenetrable fortress. and he's sitting there, and you see, he's got computers and stuff. He's got computers and stuff off to the sides of the room, and there's this one old. It almost looks like a manual line, like it's just like this old, like very old, like auxiliary cable, and it starts lighting up and just chirps out this tone,
Zelda.
and it takes him back, and he kind of looks at himself, and he's just like. It can't be. I'd given up on him years ago. At a time like this, there must be some mistake.
Did he cough or did you cough?
I don't know, both. He coughed.
Okay.
And he stands up,
You just have to wait him out.
and he answers it, and you guys don't hear what's said, but you just watch his purple complexion turn bright red, and then it zooms out from the palace, and you just see in all sides of the palace there are hangars opening up and ships taking off into space, all of them directed one after another straight into the deepest reaches of space. You see ships full of troops, all decked out in spiky black armor. You see assassins with like thin spacesuits on and long sniper rifles, like all kinds of. It's like troop ships, cargo liners, and then the very last ship to take off is this sleek black jet that just disappears into the night. Almost as quickly as you see it, it disappears. And then we move to Absalom Station.
Look fucked up so bad.
And you hear.
Oh, Absalom. Okay.
You hear an otter's voice go, "No!" And the command rings out loud and clear. She and Shan have assembled a ragtag crew. All of the Oliphant's successful supply runs have resulted in happy customers, and those customers have connections, many of whom are not so happy with the galaxy's worst crime underbelly being run by a slimy drow overlord. So you see, just like everywhere, like bases, like you fly across multiple different planets. You fly across Akiton in the desert. You fly across a swampy world, like full of like octopus people. It's like you fly across Absalom Station, and you see Golden Company like guild houses, chapter houses, being attacked by just ragtag groups of mercenaries who then disappear back into the mysterious, like they just like it's guerrilla warfare. Like they'll attack the front of it, or they'll like drive by and drop a bomb by a building, and then they'll just disappear into the night, and you see like drow and like mercenaries come running out and chase after them like everywhere.
Holy shit! It's an entire. I wrote the whole galaxy is in guerrilla warfare against the Golden Company.
Yeah, and so you see these two Vesk warships, and then you zoom in onto them to see that they're piloted by Captain Eshovayo Fireheart, and then an escaped convict named Agavana Stoneblood, who no longer has a tail. And you see both of them fully leading it's an entire warship, like a massive ship. That's commanded entirely by Vesk soldiers, and you see like these sleek black spy satellites like twisting in the orbits around the planets, and you see them get blown out of it by railguns like attached to the ships. Exactly, just get completely blown out of orbit. And then Captain Eshovayo Fireheart's just like, "Keep firing! They might send ships at us, but nothing can take the strength of a Vesk barrage." And like they're just like commanding their ships. And you see Shan meditating in this place, completely surrounded by water.
Oh God, is she a
Suddenly,
waterbender? About the guitar
dozens of these eel-like creatures begin to swarm up and surface, and the resulting force of their sonic wave is strong enough to send up signals across all of Intha and the nearby planets.
Oh my God.
And then perhaps most significantly is the chaos in Absalom Station. The Golden Company contacts have long held positions of power in both corporate and criminal circles. and you hear like the sounds of like motorcycles being revved.
Oh, it's
Rum,
like the
rum,
rats.
rum, rum. And it's like dozens of these Yusoki on motorcycles are blanketing the tunnels and just eliminating hideouts after hideout and exposing them. While at the same time, you see all of these large like corporate billboards, like these digital signage, and it starts exposing. It's like it'll just pop up and say, like so and so, and then it's like, it's just blackmail. It's like all of the Golden Company agents that were undercover or June assassins that were like held positions of power. It's like they're being like turned in like globally, and so you see like station security and also like wardens from being called in from off world to arrest all these criminals, and so like they're just like swarming into all of these like boardrooms, like knocking them down and stuff. But the message is clear. You see like one of the rats like rattling a very sci-fi can of spray paint, and they spray like an image of a rat and a crown. So the message is clear: the Ray Rattan own these streets, and the Golden Company is no longer welcome.
Fucking Leo Han coming in clutch at the end.
Imagine if Johnson didn't say to call Tarika and ask about our. You like get some of our people together to like fuck with them.
Oh man,
You are welcome.
That was a good call.
So, and then we finally come back to the command center on the Risen Sinjin spaceship.
Okay.
And you see he's kind of like, hands on his knees, classic Austin after a night out pose. He's just he got his hands on his knees, and he's got his fingers in his hair, and there's like clumps of it that he's already pulled out, and his unkept appearance reveals the edges of a tattoo running down his neck.
Phoenix.
Flames swirling off of a bird of prey. And the angrier he gets, the more hotly it burns. You see it flashing red. And he's like, who could be doing this? Why? Oh, why now? After all these years, they're coming after my empire. I built it with my own hands. And he like smashes the console in front of him.
Shit blows up and he dies.
Oh shit!
No, but
Weakness to electricity damage.
Yeah.
So you see the familiar ripples of drift space, and you start to see like all these ships that took off. All of these ships, they're starting to peel away and like warp to different dimensions, different areas, because they're being called away to put out all of these fires. And it's finally down to the final 3 ships, and they leave drift space, and you see them floating ominously, casting a shadow over this forested moon that you recognize as Smuggler's Moon.
Endor. Oh, yeah.
It's Endor, yes. So they cut their drift engines and they appear over this forested moon, kind of casting shadows down on the planet. So there are 2 Brevac Vermlances, so these long, spiky ships that you guys have. I don't know if you've run into them before or not. No, I don't think you guys have actually seen one. And then 1 heavily modified null space freighter, which is Sinjin's ship. He's redesigned it to look like a bird of prey coming in for the kill. And they're all teaming with June assassins and Golden Company commandos with one singular goal in mind: to kill. And they're descending on the planet. And I think that's where we're going to leave off.
Okay, teaming with assassins. That doesn't really sound like the kind of people that are just going to be like, let's go talk to King Dregor. But we don't know.
No, they're just ready for whatever.
They're just going to land and just start murdering
They're just there
everyone.
for a paycheck.
Yeah.
Just death squads.
If we take out the main
Hopefully they
guy, they're
don't,
gonna be like, well, there's my paycheck.
I guess we don't have anything suspicious in the cargo bay yet. That's all from when they leave.
I really toyed with the idea of just telling him, just nuke the planet. It just wants to hear his faces. You're just like,
Blow the whole fucking thing up.
You guys didn't buy the anti-nuke or the anti-air?
Didn't call enough people, I guess. Didn't make enough friends during the campaign.
No air defenses whatsoever. Y'all were just placing bombs in hallways.
Crazy.
Meanwhile.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the stream with the outro. Till next time, for the last time. Bye-bye.
Oh, he's right there.
Oh,
I got a
he's
photo,
here,
I
he's
got
here,
a
he's
photo.
here. Crucifix, crucifix, fuck off. Fuck off, get out of here.
Oh, got a picture of it! I got it! I got it! Fuck ass!
Oh my god!
Holy.
Joseph White does not like Smash Mouth.
Spawning downstairs. Oh, there she is! Oh, dead! Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Him over local comms, and he's like, "What? What is that thing?" And then dude cut off.
Nice. Nice.
My ears.
Fucking got him.
They're bleeding.
Is that good?
Untruce for a moment. just gotta clear my throat. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
You could play that song again. Which one, man? The one that goes.
Oh my god, that's a fucking amazing. Oh my god.
This nigga with this SPR, who do you think you are, my nigga?
Oh, you lost. Feels bad, man.
Shut your bitch ass up. Man,